Good evening, everyone. Live from Sioux Center, Central Lion George Little Rock football is on the air. Tonight it is District 1 Class 2A football between the Lions and the Sioux Center Warriors. Final road test of the regular season for Central Lion George Little Rock, and it is a big one here tonight as the District 1 championship is on the line for the Lions here tonight. A Central Lion George Little Rock team that started off the season with a record of 0-4, has won 3 consecutive games and 3 games that have mattered, the 3 games that have mattered, all District 1 games. And Joel, after an 0-4 start, the Lions have found themselves playing for a huge goal tonight. That is a District 1 championship.
Well, not just a huge goal, Jay Kelly. That is the number 1 goal. When CLGLR comes into camp at the beginning of August, goal number 1 is to be the district champions. That is the number 1 goal that we set. Be the district champion, because when you're the district champion, you're in the playoffs. So that takes care of goal number 2. And then from there, you start expanding your horizons and working on the other goals. But from the get-go, your main focus is always District 1 championship football. And the Lions have, like I said, they struggled early on. They played some really tough competition. Whatever excuses they want to use in those first 4 games, they were 0-4, but they've righted the ship, and they're playing some good football right now, and they are right where they want to be. They are in the driver's seat for this District 1. Win, and you're in.
Central Lion George Little Rock and Sioux Center both a perfect 3-0 in District 1 play. They are the only teams left that are unbeaten in district play. So it all comes down to tonight for the Lions and the Warriors. Now Sioux Center at 3-0 in the driver's seat as well. There still is an outside shot that if Sioux Center were to win tonight and lose to Boyden Hull Rock Valley next week, then Boyden Hull Rock Valley could be the district champion. But as far as the Lions are concerned, a win tonight will sew up that District 1 championship for the Lions here tonight. And Joel, I wouldn't think you'd need much more motivation than that.
Yeah, when you're talking to your players, and you put that on the line, and here it is. It's all down to 1 game here tonight. You get it, you win. And then it doesn't really matter what happens next week, because even if we win tonight and we would lose to Sheldon next Friday night, we would own the tiebreaker over whoever wins between Boyden Hull Rock Valley and Sioux Center. And so you are the district champion if you can win that. Like I said, that's motivation, Jay. But in the same aspect, you also have to keep that under control as well. When you're sitting there talking to players, it's a big game. These guys haven't been in a lot of these games. That's something that's a little bit nerve-wracking here for the Lions, is they haven't been in this district championship hunt. It's setting in, and you just hope that the emotions and the thought process behind that doesn't overwhelm them and they can stay focused.
Yeah, big football game against a big Sioux Center team here tonight, a team that really likes to run the ball. They like to ground and pound, old school smash mouth football. That's what they prefer to do.
Yeah, nothing fancy, and you'll talk to Coach Van Regenmorter here a little bit later in the pregame show, and he'll talk about that. They like to run the football. They don't like to pass the ball. They get behind those big guys. They've got a lot of guys that are 230, 240, 260, and they play behind those big guys up front. They don't do anything flashy. They come right at you. They know what they're bringing, and they don't care. They just dare you to stop them, and that's just kind of the way Sioux Center plays football. And then on defense, they play good, sound defense.
And when you talk about a perfect recipe for postseason football, it does start with being able to run the ball, being able to control the line of scrimmage, because the weather can get nasty in those 2 playoff games that you have before you get to the comfort of the Unidome. So postseason football, the recipe has always been smash mouth football here in the state of Iowa, in the Midwest, in the colder climates, and it looks like no different for the Sioux Center Warriors here tonight. It will be a good one. The 3-0 Lions, the 3-0 Warriors in District 1 play. We're looking forward to a great one here tonight. Coming up on the pregame show, we'll get together with Lions head coach Curtis Eben in just a bit. Up next, it is the head coach of the Sioux Center Warriors, Tim Van Regenmorter. When we return from Sioux Center, this is Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company, PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Sioux Center football with the head coach of the Warriors, Tim Van Regenmorter. Coach, thanks for joining us here this week.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about your football team. A solid season so far, sitting atop of District 1 here, but a tough matchup tonight against Central Line George Little Rock. Tell us a little bit about your season so far and how it's gone preparing for this game.
You know, it's for Central Line fans, it's really been very similar to the same matchups that Central Line had. Our only difference is we played Lamar's, and Central Line played a really tough Western Christian team, but other than that, it's been really pretty much the same opponents. And as both communities know, we played a lot of really good opponents, but when we got to district play, it was time to put it all together, and I think, you know, both teams really have done a nice job of that, and it's created a really good matchup for the night.
Well, and with your football team, you don't do anything too flashy from what we've seen on tape. You just do the basics out there. You're big, your team's physical, you like to run the football, and you're not going to surprise Central Line George Little Rock with too much, are you?
You know, it's really fundamentals for us, and it's something, you know, last year we didn't do very well was run the ball, and it's something we made a commitment to. So, yeah, you know, I think we've done some things really well, and constant improvement throughout the course of the year from week to week, which is nice to see.
Well, it does set up this matchup tonight with Central Line George Little Rock coming to Sioux Center for this big matchup. Winner of this most likely will be the district champion and earn that automatic playoff bid, and it doesn't get a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of back in a few years ago, we were in the same situation with both teams, and it's a fun environment, and yeah, both communities will be excited, and that's the nice thing is it's going to be decent weather, so hopefully we get a lot of fans out for it.
Well, you've had a chance to see some of the tape. You've had a chance to practice all week long. What are some things that you see from Central Line George Little Rock on tape that you are preparing for here tonight?
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing is they've kind of made a lot of adjustments to what they do, and been very positive adjustments for them, and you know, with the running back that they have, just really an incredibly explosive player, and probably the best player in the district, I would say, based on his wheels and the quantity of big plays he's created. So, you know, just physicality again, and back in their program, and they've been playing very consistent.
Well, obviously, seeing what they're going to bring to the table, what are some things that you might do offensively and defensively to either gain the advantage on the offensive side or maybe try and slow down the offense for CLGLR?
Well, I just think the biggest thing is we need to be who we are, and you know, we got out of our element a little bit last week against MLC and did not play very well, especially in the first half, and came out with not a lot of energy and kind of flat, and you know, that didn't bode very well for us, especially in the first half. So I think we need to come out with great energy and enthusiasm and do our job at a very high level and go from there.
Well, it's always fun to be part of big football games here in district title races. It's got to create that excitement that you just talked about with your squad. But when you get into a big game like this, the advantage of playing home definitely has to be something you like to have in your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. You always like to play at home, and for us to get the opportunity to play the last two games here at home has been really big and critical. And you know, it's nice to be on the turf, and And like I said, it's nice to have some nice weather. So, yeah, definitely an advantage, I would say.
Well, Coach, obviously working your way through, we talked about the season so far. Tough matchups all the way through the season. It is always tough and physical up here in Northwest Iowa playing football. And when you get into districts like this and physical football like that, you definitely get the bumps and bruises throughout the season. How is your team looking on the injury front heading towards the playoffs?
Yeah, we have our share, and we have some guys that have some bumps and bruises, and we've limited to practice, but in general, we're pretty healthy.
Well, Coach, what do you see as some of the keys for you to take a win here tonight and move towards that district title?
I always kind of think it comes down to special teams and ball security. So if you can win that field position in a big game like this and keep chipping away, both teams have a good defense, and they're not just going to give you points. So I think ball security and playing great special teams will be a huge factor.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
That is the head coach of the Sioux Center Warriors, Tim Van Regemorter. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. 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 I was made for this.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
And we're welcoming you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Central Lyon, George Little Rock Lion football with the head coach of the Lions, Curtis Eben. Coach, thanks again for joining us this week.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Joel.
Coach, let's start things off. Let's talk about last week. Got out to a good start in a game we thought we should come out and play well in, but then to get the mentality in the cold weather and still come out and put together a full game, had to be proud of the effort out of the Lions last Friday night.
Yeah, going into the game, it's one of those games that we felt like we were probably the better team going into, but you still have to show that on Friday night. And so, going into the game, we want to do, offensively, we want to move the ball, and defensively, we just wanted to, control the game as much as possible. Try to create some turnovers and things like that. But overall, it's one of those games. It's hard for the kids to get truly motivated because it's, it's one of those. They've watched tape just like we have, and they know the ability and where they're at. And Hope Coach is a struggling team a little bit. So, but overall, I was proud of our guys coming out and really. Putting together 4 quarters of football, and ultimately really proud of our defense, holding them under 100 yards of offense, and giving up only one big play of 46 yards. That was half their offense on one play. So overall, I was very pleased with our performance.
Well, and obviously with a good effort out there, we got a lot of kids into the football game, too. Got a lot of those younger guys to come in. And you got to be proud of the goose egg that the second and third teamers were able to keep on the board after that big play.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a complete team effort type of deal. But, really just, for, those young, not even so much the younger guys, but some of the guys that are maybe juniors or seniors that don't get as much playing time as, they would like, obviously. And games like that, they can get in there and, get some playing time and some of their hard work to pay off and get underneath the Friday night lights and get some of that experience, and that's what high school football is all about.
Well, with the win, you kept yourself perfect in District 1 play, still on top of District 1, tied with Sioux Center, and that sets up tonight's matchup. We go on the road, district title on the line here against the Warriors, and what are we ready to look at?
They're definitely a heavy run team. They'll pound that football. Their O-line is a very big, physical O-line, good tight end. With a 2-back set, you'll see a lot of that. So we're going to see a heavy dose of run from them. It's going to be a battle for us. Our front line is going to, our D-line and linebackers, it's a big night for those guys. Really we got to get our correct fits. We got to move to the ball, flow the ball, just do our responsibilities on an every game play type of situation. So, defensively they run a 3-5. The core of their defense are linebackers. Two of those linebackers are 3-year starters for them, going in their senior year, so they got a lot of experience there. We're going to have to control their linebackers. Our old line's got to get up to them and know where they're at, and just hopefully we can put some steady drives together on offense.
One of those things, though, is with that 3-5 defense, obviously they can bring some chaos from all directions. But like you said, if we can get up to those linebackers and get them blocked, once you get past that first line of defense, it really makes the opportunity to open up a lot of field.
Yeah, it does, but, it's one of those deals. We just got to get man on, hats on hat. It's as simple as that. Sometimes people complain about X's and O's, but it really doesn't come down to that. It comes down to just blocking and tackling. And it starts up front with those old line D linemen, and tonight's going to be a classic battle of that down in the trenches, getting after it. I really expect, that type of ball game tonight from our guys. Our guys are ready. We've got a good week of practice, and we've seen a lot of their 3-5 defense and threw a lot at them this week. So hopefully when the game comes, they're prepared for what they want to see.
Well, after looking at the tape and going through the week-long of practice, where are some things that you think that the Lions are going to do tonight, either offensively or defensively, that you think that we might have an advantage here tonight?
Some of the things we got to run the ball. Probably not going to be big plays. It's just going to be long, steady drives, and then we got to throw the ball in offense efficiently when we need to. We got to get our quarterback and the receivers going early in that game, loosen up some of that stuff. You control a lot of their blitz game by just having the efficiency throwing the ball where their linebackers are coming from. So just things like that would help relieve some of the pressure from them coming so strong. Defensively, we got to stop their run. That's the bottom line. They got their tailback's a good kid, runs hard, and that's something that very much it goes back down to the trenches. We got to win the battle down there. So, those are keys for us tonight in that ball game.
Well, obviously, a long season here, getting towards the very end of it out there, and we expect a big physical battle tonight. We've had physical battles all season long, and that's just part of playing in our area and in this district. How is our team looking injury-wise going into this game?
It definitely has taken a toll on us. We lost Will Nagel a couple weeks ago to an ACL. Dalton Portal's going to be out tonight with a knee injury. Also, he got banged up last week. Cole Tilford, our tailback, he's right now it's a game time situation. He's got a bummed up shoulder, so we'll have to play that by ear a little bit and see where he's at for the game. It's pretty tender, pretty sore yet, so we'll have to see how he is going into the game. If he is able to go, we'll have to use him sparingly. We'll give a heavy dose of Kalen Meyer at tailback tonight. So the season has kind of caught up with us injury-wise. Felt pretty good for a while there, and now we're kind of back and got hit with the bug a little bit here. So, it's all the things, but one man down, another man is opportunity, I guess, and tonight's a perfect example of that.
Well, you touched on this a little bit earlier on some of the keys to tonight's matchup. In a game like this, when you have so much on the line, it's going to be one good team versus another good team. All the little things matter in the game, but what do you see as some of the keys of maybe some of those big plays that need to swing in your favor that are going to lead us to victory?
Yeah, the biggest thing, we got to take care of the ball, number one. Got to limit them on the big plays. Ultimately, we got to make some big plays. The old theory of 2 to 3 games, 2 to 3 plays in a game like tonight decide that game, and that's very true. It's going to come down to we'll play 120 plus plays tonight on offense and defense, and it could come down to 2 or 3 plays to decide that game. So it's those are things that happen in big games, and our guys are looking forward to it. We had a great week of practice, like I said, and we just got to take care of the football and try to create some turnovers on defense.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time every week, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
I appreciate your time. Thanks, Joel.
That is the head coach of the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions, Curtis Eben. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, getting set for the opening kickoff here tonight. The District 1 championship on the line for the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions. Lions taking on the Sioux Center Warriors. Both teams a perfect 3-0 in district play. Lions won the toss. They have elected to defer. Carter Krull with the opening kick. Lions will be moving from the left to the right in your mind's eye. Sioux Center moving from the right to the left, decked out in their home blue uniforms. Blue jerseys with the white numbers and orange trim, blue pants, white helmets with the blue face mask. Lions wearing their road white jerseys, purple numbers with the gold trim, purple pants with the gold stripe, and of course the gold helmets with the purple face mask. Carter Krull gets a signal from the official, gives the ball the boot, and we are underway. It's a low line drive, end-over-end kick fielded by Dubs. Dubs takes it out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, out to about the 24-yard line, where Sioux Center will start. First down and 10. Joel, this is a Warrior team that likes to pound the ball, as we talked about on the pregame show. That's what we expect to see right out the gate here tonight.
Yeah, they got a big offensive line, and they like to run right behind them. They've got a couple decent backs out there, a solid quarterback, a senior out there, and just a team that they're not going to get fancy with you. They're going to try and wear you down.
Senior quarterback Damon Woloff will line up under center on first down. Twin receivers to the right, single to the left. Woloff in the shotgun with an up back to his left. And will go to the up back who's hitting the backfield, and that is Matthew Baumgars, who has dropped down for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, nice job. Great penetration right off the bat there by the Lions. Jarrett Meyer and those guys getting to the backfield. And that's going to be the key. They need to disrupt things early and not let Sioux Center get going downhill.
Second down and 11 from the Warriors 23. Woloff in the shotgun and up back to his right. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Woloff takes a snap, drops back to pass. Quick slant to the inside, right side. The catch is made, and it will be a first down. Coming up with it is Eli Hibma on the reception at the 35.
Well, we just talked about it, Jay, that they like to run the ball, and we weren't ready for it. Quick little pass, they show run, then come out and throw it down the field, and 12 yards and a first down for Sioux Center.
First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 35. Just getting underway here tonight. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. Woloff in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side and up back to his right with a motion man left to right. The counter will go over the left side. The Lions stretching it out, and Baumgars is able to break free. Baumgars heading down the sidelines. Nobody's going to get him. It's going to be a Sioux Center touchdown. 65 yards for Baumgars down the left sideline.
Wow, and right there we had a shot at him in the backfield. We came up, had a chance to make the tackle there. We thought we were going to get him for a loss. Missed that open field tackle, and he shoots down the sidelines and showing the speed. And just like that, Sioux Center strikes.
65-yard touchdown run for Baumgars. Point after attempt coming up. Well, wait, we got a flag down the field here now. There is a flag on the 20-yard line. We missed it right around the Dordt College logo, and it looks like they're going to be bringing it back here.
Blocking the back, not even close to the play. Hibma was down the sidelines. The flag came out closer to midfield. And what a tough break there for Sioux Center. That is a blow because Hibma was not going to get touched no matter what happened.
Well, the ball will be spotted back at the 30-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. So the Lions catch a break right away here. First down and 10 for Sioux Center from the Lyon 30. Woloff will line up in the shotgun, man in motion, takes a snap, quarterback keep up the middle, and Woloff will be stood up at about the 25 after a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, just fake that jet sweep, run downhill with the quarterback. We know exactly what that play looks like. It's the same thing that we run, and that time the quarterback does a good job just finding the hole and going forward for 5.
Second down and 5 for Sioux Center. The ball on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 25-yard line. Following a penalty, negating a 65-yard touchdown run from Baumgars. Wolof in the shotgun formation, man in motion left to right. Counter to Baumgars over the left side. He'll cut it back up the middle to the 21, maybe to the 20. Looks like he might be just shy of the first down.
Yeah, and Baumgart's doing a nice job of running that counter play. And we're following the jet man. We're following the main guys. And then Baumgart's just tucking in, picking his spots, and doing a nice job of running downhill.
3rd down and 1 for Sioux Center, just inside the 21 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Only need about a half yard here. As Wolof will line up in the shotgun, Baumgars directly behind him. He'll hand to Baumgars right up the middle, and he should have it with the forward lean to the 20-yard line. We'll wait for the official spot here.
Looks like they're going to put him right there on the 20-yard line. Should be good enough for a first down. Nose of the football is touching, and wow, they're going to say short.
Okay, not even a measurement. So it's going to be a couple feet short, I guess, and right on the 20-yard line.
Eagle eye official.
Yeah, without even a measurement. Here we go, 4th down and a very short for Sioux Center, just on the 20-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Warriors will go with a power I formation. Wolof under center. Calls it out. Quarterback keep right up the middle, and he was initially pushed back, but kept the feet moving and got up to the 19-yard line for the first down for the Warriors with 8:43 left in the opening quarter.
Well, like you said, Jay, he didn't have it at first. The Lions stood him up, but he rolled off of it and able to push himself forward for a first down.
1st down and 10 for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on the 19 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wolof in the shotgun with Baumgars to his left, single receiver to the right. They'll send a couple men in motion here in the backfield. Now twins to the right, a wing back off to the left. Wolof calls it out, man in motion right to left. Motion man will take the hand from Wolof, stretching out the left sideline, and the Lions are all over that. They'll take him down for a 1-yard loss back at the 20-yard line. That was Dubs on the carry.
Well, they might give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, now they will say they'll mark it back for that 1-yard loss. Lions right there stretching it out, making him cut it back up into the defense, and need a few more of those.
2nd down and 11 for Sioux Center from the CLGLR 20-yard line. Wolof will line up in the shotgun. Baumgars directly behind him. Twin receivers to the right as Wolof takes a snap, rolls out right side, looking deep down the field. He's got a man just shy of the first down stick. Nice defensive coverage by Carter Krull as he'll make the tackle a couple yards shy of the first down.
But a quick pass there, a nice pass for Sioux Center. They don't like to throw often, but when they do, not looking bad there. 7 yards on the pickup there, 3rd down and short.
3rd and about 4 coming up for the Warriors. Wolof from the shotgun with Baumgars directly behind him. Twin receivers off wide to the right side once again. The ball right about the 13-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wolof on the long snap count, takes the snap, fakes the hand. No, he does hand to Baumgars. Baumgars will cut it up the middle. He'll be stopped shy of the first down. About the 12-yard line, a 1-yard pickup. And now Sioux Center looking at 4th and 3, maybe bringing the field goal team out.
Yeah, another 4th down here for you. And Sioux Center bringing on the field goal unit, it looks like, Jay. And that would be a big win for the Lions anyway. You know, first of all, getting that penalty to pull it back. If they can hold Sioux Center to a field goal on this nice drive to open the game, that would be a win for the defense.
Wolof does the kicking right from the middle of the field. It'll be a 29-yarder. As we await the snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the field goal is going to be wide right. Looks like the wind took it to the right, so the Lions dodge a major bullet after Sioux Center chews up just about half of the first quarter. 6:27 left in the first quarter. A 65-yard touchdown run from Baumgars called back due to a block in the back. It still went for about 35 yards up to the Lion 30-yard line, but nonetheless, the Lions come through unscathed, and now 1st down and 10 after the missed field goal at their own 20.
Well, now you got to take advantage. Those are the big breaks we talked about. Coach Even and I discussed in the pregame. You listened to that. We talked about doing the little things right. You got to do all the little things, and then there's 1 or 2 plays that happen throughout a game that can really swing what happens in the game and the outcome. That could be one of them.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun will hand over the right side to Meyer, who will carry for about 1 yard to the 21-yard line. And the Lions facing a 2nd down and 9 coming up. Opening offensive possession of the night for Central Lyon George Little Rock with 6:10 left in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far. The District 1 championship on the line for the Lions on the road here tonight.
And the big thing you notice here right now, Jay Kelly, Kalen Meyer in the backfield at tailback. We knew it was a game time decision with Cole Telford, and right now Telford not in the ball game.
Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Postma takes a snap, hands to Meyer, in trouble on the exchange, a fumble on the play. It looks like the Lions got it. Postma came back with it at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, I think on that one, Colby was trying to pull it away from Kalen, and the running back, his job is to take the ball, and if the quarterback wants it, he's got to pull it out of there. I think Colby was attempting that, and when he did that, the ball came free, but lucky to dodge that bullet and jump on it.
3rd down and about 11 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 19-yard line. Split receiver left, Twins to the right with a wingback to the right as well. Postma from the shotgun rolls out right side, looking down the middle, has a man, and it's intercepted. The interception coming up by Ethan Zomerman, it looks like, comes up with it for Sioux Center. And the interception down to the 20-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock after the return.
And he just didn't see him. The linebacker, Zomerman, was just sitting on it, and it looked like Colby threw it right to him.
1st down and at 10 for Sioux Center. The ball on the 20 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 5:01 left to play in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far here tonight at Open Space Park in Sioux Center. The last 2 unbeaten teams in district play meeting up here tonight. Wolof will line up in the shotgun on 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Looking to pass, quick pass, left side. Catch is made at the 15 and down to the 10-yard line on the reception is Eli Hibma.
Nice pitch and catch again. They fake the run up the middle, pull it out, and hit that little slant route, find that big receiver, and 11 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
Yeah, officials will mark it down at the 9-yard line, so a 1st down and a goal coming up for Sioux Center. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line of the Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wolof will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Baumgars stands to his right. Man in motion left to right. Wolof takes a low snap. The counter to Baumgars left side. He's going to be dropped in the backfield at the 14-yard line. The Lions getting some great penetration.
Yeah, nice job there. That was Bryce Vanderweerd coming up, getting that first initial contact, and he gets in a hand fight with the tailback and allows the rest of the defense to run him down, knocking him down. And they will give him back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 9.
2nd and goal for the Warriors. Ball spotted on the 14. 4:20 left to play here in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far. Wolof in the shotgun. Baumgars to his left. Twin receivers right. A single to the left. As Wolof on the quarterback. Keep up the middle. Wide open. Huge hole. And Wolof will cruise into the end zone for the Sioux Center touchdown from 13 yards out. The Warriors strike first.
Wolof doing a nice job there of pulling the ball away, showing the fake on the end around, and takes off right up the middle field, makes a nice spin move at about the 3, and gets in for the touchdown. And the Lions, a miscue on offense, throwing that interception. You can't give Sioux Center a short field because that's what they'll do to it.
Oh, especially after you caught that big break on the defensive side of the ball on the opening possession. Wolof will add the point after here. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 4:05 left to play in the first quarter. Sioux Center strikes first, 7-0. Sioux Center leading at Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, 4:05 left to play in the opening quarter, 7-0. Sioux Center striking first as the Warriors with the lead following the Central Lyon George Little Rock interception. The Warriors drive it 20 yards for a touchdown and a 7-0 lead for Sioux Center. as Miguel Gonzalez on for the ensuing kickoff for the Warriors. Gonzalez just waiting on the signal from the official. Gets the signal, approaches, and gives the ball the boot. A high end-over-end kick. It looks like Cooper Spees will take it at about the 12-yard line to the 20, to the 25, out to the 30. Nice kick return for the Lions, and a good starting field position for that second offensive possession of the night.
Yeah, Spees takes it out to the 30-yard line here. Lions will set up first down and 10, and after that interception, you got to do something here on offense. You don't necessarily have to score, but you need to move the ball because we didn't do a very good job of it that last time.
First down and 10 for the Lions. The ball spotted on their own 30. 3:59 left to play in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions will come out on 1st and 10. Postma in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Crawl in motion from right to left. Counter will go over the right side to Telford, and nothing doing there. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, got beat up front there by that defensive tackle coming through there for Sioux Center. That was the big guy, Domino Roscom. They're 6 foot 215, and he got in the backfield. We got back to the line of scrimmage, but not more after that.
Second down and 10 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 30-yard line. Both teams at 3-0 in district play here tonight. This is for the District 1 championship for the Lions. They win tonight, they will be district champs. Second down and 10 coming up from their own 30. Postma from the shotgun. Man in motion is Krull from the right to the left, and Krull makes a couple of moves and only a 2-yard gain, though, when it's all said and done after the hand up the middle. A 3rd down and 8 coming up.
You know, and that just did not look in sync there, Jay. Carter came in motion. He had to stop when he got to the quarterback and wait for the handoff, and then by that time, yeah, he gets 2 yards out of it, but still just very out of sync on that one, very shifty, and didn't look very like it was very smooth offense. And that's something we haven't seen in the last couple weeks. The offense has looked pretty solid, but struggling here early in this game.
3rd down and 8 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 32. Postma from the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, rolls out left, looks down the field, has a man catch. It's made by Skidmore. Leaping catch at the 45, and he's out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Nice grab and a nice first down conversion for the Lions.
Yeah, Thomas Skidmore ran a great route there. He just ran a nice little stop route. He ran about 15 yards deep, turned around, and Colby Postma hit him right as he turned around and made a nice grab. And the Lions keep the chains moving.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 46. Postma from the shotgun. Calls it out, takes a snap, hands right up the middle. This goes to Telford, and Telford keeps bowling forward. He's got a first down up to the 43-yard line of Sioux Center.
You know, and that's what Cole Telford brings to the table there. Glad to see him back in the game here on this second offensive set. He feels like he's got to be in there, and he's explosive. He sees the hole, and he goes. And Cole Telford brings that added element to this offense.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted at the 43 of Sioux Center. 2:10 left in the opening quarter. Lions trail 7-0. Postma from the shotgun, fakes the hand, drops back to pass, looks down the right sideline, and almost grabbed by Carter Krull at the 25. It was a leaping attempt, and just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Lions trying to show the run there, but then rolling out, and good pickup there as the defensive end was coming through. The Lion offensive line stepped up there, picked him up, and allowed Colby the time to get set and deliver the pass. And just a little bit over the top there of Carter Krull, but a good shot and a good attempt.
Second down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 43 of Sioux Center. Postma from the shotgun, fakes the hand, drops back, sets up the screen pass, and throws it into the ground. Was intended for Telford, but just threw it into the ground. Had some blockers, but it looked like for the most part Sioux Center had blown that play up.
Yeah, nothing going on that one. And the Lions, they're seeing Sioux Center's putting 9 guys in the box. They are not respecting the pass. That is why the Lions are going to the pass here, but we still got to get those blocks up front. You can't get all that pressure in the backfield. Colby's got to have time to find his receivers.
Third down and 10 for the Lions from the 43 of Sioux Center. 1:57 left in the opening quarter. Lions trail 7-0. Postma from the shotgun, the hand to Telford, right up the middle, trips over his own offensive lineman at the 40-yard line. Will only go for a 3-yard gain. Could have been a lot more.
Yeah, 4th down here and long for the Lions at the 40-yard line. out of field goal range, but definitely 4 down territory. Lions are going to go for it here. And 4th and about 7.
Ball spotted just shy of the 40-yard line of Sioux Center with 1:29 left here in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for the Sioux Center Warriors as the Lions break the huddle. Split receiver to each side, make that twins to the right side, trips to the right now, empty backfield as Postma takes a snap and a pooch punt. Well, actually not pretty, but it will go as it takes the turf hop all the way down to the 14-yard line of Sioux Center. Got about an inch off the turf, but, it worked.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't good. He was trying to do that running pooch kick and just went right off the front of his toe. And Colby Postman's got to calm down a little bit. I know it's a big game, and this is what we talked about before, Jay, about the emotions and all that stuff. You still got to play under control. You got to play calm. And Colby Postman out there, his feet are moving. He doesn't look like he's very calm and very collected in there.
First down and 10 coming up for Sioux Center. Third offensive possession of the night for the Warriors. Will start on their own 14. Wolof takes a snap, hand to the motion man around the right end, and the Lions hem it in pretty good. Dow Kamanathong was the ball carrier, and the Lions will take him down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good job there of stretching that one out, and the running back there trying to cut it back up the field, but when he did, there was all sorts of white jerseys there. Good job of rallying to the football, and might even give him a loss of a half a yard on that.
Second down and close to 10 for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on their own 14. 34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Clock is on the move. Wolof from the shotgun, twins to the right, single to the left. As a man in motion is Kakamathong, and he's going to hand to Baumgars up the middle, who's brought down in the backfield. Lions with great penetration on that defensive line. That will go for a loss of 1.
Yeah, nice job there. The DN shooting up the field and getting a great shot on the running back. The snap was a little high, and that slowed things down a little bit, but Lions able to jump on it.
Looks like that will run out the clock on quarter number 1 here at Open Space Park in Sioux Center. After 1 quarter of play, the Sioux Center Warriors leading the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions 7-0. We'll have the second quarter when we come back on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center as we head to quarter number 2. A 7-0 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock early in this one here tonight. A third down and about 13 coming up for the Warriors with the ball spotted on their own 11-yard line as we kick off quarter number 2. Heading into the ball game tonight, both teams a perfect 3-0 in District 1 play, and these are the final 2 unbeatens in district play. Wolof on the shotgun on 3rd and 13. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. From their own 11 come the Warriors. Wolof from the shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, has a man, catch is made for the Warrior first. The 25, it looks like he might be, well.
They're going to shy of that, so he might be a half a yard short.
They will say 4th down and very short for Sioux Center. Short enough that you couldn't knock them for going for it here. It is just that short with a quarterback keep if you wanted to.
Yeah, and I think, they're going to actually they might drop back here. They don't run under center very often. If they do, you got to know the quarterback sneak is probably coming.
Well, Wolof will go in the shotgun on 4th and short, running the hard count here, trying to get the Lions to jump. And we'll see if a possible pooch punt is coming here before long. As Wallach will duck back to punt, and now a timeout called by Tim Van Regenmorter. With 11:10 left to play in the first half. 7-0, Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Interesting start here tonight, as about the third or fourth play of the game, Baumgar has taken a 65-yard touchdown run to the house for Sioux Center. It was called back for a block in the back at the Central Lyon George Little Rock 30-yard line, so the run only went for 35 yards. Lions were able to step them up, hold Sioux Center to a field goal attempt, which was no good, and the Lions escaped that unscathed. However, on the Lions' first offensive possession of the night, Colby Postma throwing an interception in Lion territory. Sioux Center would be able to turn that into points on a touchdown run from quarterback Damon Wallach. That the only score of the first quarter, and a 7-0 lead for Sioux Center. That is where we are, save for a couple of pass plays here. Well, one pass play, really. The Lions haven't had much going offensively so far yet tonight.
Well, it looks like Wallach's going to go back to punt now here on 4th down and inches, and the Lions will send back a return man. But Lions still got to be ready. You don't want to jump here, and you got to be ready, possibly a fake punt. As you see, there's a lot of upbacks really tight behind the line of scrimmage.
Wallach will camp out on his own 13-yard line. He is deep, but like you mentioned, Joel, a couple of upbacks right in line for a snap. Snap will go to Wallach. He will punt it. It's a high end-over-end punt. Spees will take it at the 36. Running to the far side of the field, he'll be tracked down from behind at the 36 as Baumgars was Lane Kammerman, was able to bullet down the field and take him down on the return. But nonetheless, good starting field position for the Lions. Officials will actually mark it back at the 35, but first and 10 for the Lions from their own 35.
Well, and, we saw a little bit of stuff going on, Jay, in that second offensive set. We were able to move the ball a little bit and march it down into Sioux Center territory before having to punt it away. But, hopefully on this third offensive set, they figured some things out. Maybe they made the adjustments here at the quarter, and we can get something going.
First and 10 for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun will hand to Meyer up the middle. A tough couple yards up to about the 37-yard line, and a 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, just some straight-ahead running there for the Lions. And Kalen Meyer, he gets the ball. He just puts the head down and bowls ahead, and he'll get whatever they're going to give him. But wrapped up well by those big defensive tackles there for Sioux Center, and not much going for the Lions on first down. 2nd
down and 8 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. The ball spotted on their own 37 with 10:30 left in the first half. Lions trail it 7-0. They'll break the huddle with 12 seconds left on the play clock. Postma in the shotgun, twin receivers right, a single to the left. Postma takes the snap, the hand up the middle to Meyer once again, and he's hit immediately, if not sooner, and it will be a 2-yard loss back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Sioux Center was all over that one. They were ready. They were bringing the house, and the blitz was coming. They had linebackers coming from the outside and from the inside, and more defenders than we had linemen there to block for him, and Kalen Meyer just got lit up.
3rd down and 10 coming up for the Lions with the ball spotted just inside of their own 35, unable to move here on this offensive possession as of yet. Postma will line up in the shotgun, everybody in tight in front of him. Meyer stands to his right. Postma dropping back to pass, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, lets a long one go deep down the field for Van Berkom, and is he going to get a flag? No, he will not. Van Berkom looked back for the catch, and boy, it could have been a flag there for pass interference, but the officials tuck him away.
Well, I think you're going to go on the fact that the official knew that it was wildly underthrown, and Van Berkom initiated the contact there, but nonetheless, incomplete pass. Lions going nowhere on offense once again. Going to be forced to punt this ball away.
4th down and long for the Lions. They'll be in their own territory punting it as Caden Van Berkom comes on for his first punting appearance of the night on his own 22-yard line. Van Berkom gets the snap, gets off the punt. A high end-over-end punt will be fielded at the 30-yard line by Sioux Center. Fair catch called for on the play by Hibma. And Sioux Center will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 30 with 9:25 left to play in the first half. A 7-0 advantage for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock here at Open Space Park.
Yeah, Lions get the punt away. A good punt. pushing Sioux Center back to their own 30-yard line. Lions back on the defensive side, and until you get the offense going, the defense is going to have to step up here. You know, the best thing you can do is try and give your offense as many chances as possible. Defense has got to keep us in the game.
First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 30. Wallach from the shotgun, fakes the hand, rolls out right side, looking to pass, and just throws it into the ground. Pass was intended for Kammerman, but Wallach didn't like what he was looking at and just grounded it.
Yeah, it was, I think they were looking for one certain guy there on that play, noticed it wasn't there, and just decided to throw it away.
Second down and 10 coming up for Sioux Center. 9:21 left to play in the first half. 30-yard line of Sioux Center, where the Warriors with the possession on second and 10. A 7-0 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wallach from the shotgun, split receiver to each side, takes the snap, the hand on the sweep over the left side, nothing doing there as the Lions bring down the ball carrier Lane Kammerman real quick at the line of scrimmage, and a 3rd and 10 coming up for Sioux Center.
3rd down and 10, obviously a passing situation here. We normally wouldn't say that for Sioux Center, but they've thrown the ball well, and we haven't gotten a whole lot of pressure on Wallach in the backfield, and might be interesting to see if the Lions bring a little bit of heat here on 3rd down long.
Twin receivers to the left. Wallach will line up in the shotgun with an up back to his right. Man in motion left to right. Wallach takes a snap, drops back to pass, under pressure, hit as he throws. Deep ball down the right side, and intended for Kammerman, dropped at the 30-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Kammerman got behind the coverage, just couldn't hang on to it.
Ball was thrown a little bit behind him there. He made a good play on it. I mean, he got his body twisted and turned around and got his hands on it, but just couldn't bring it in. And Lions forced that 3 and out, and they'll be punting the ball away, and we'll see what the Lions can do, see if they can't get it going offensively once again.
8:42 left in the first half. 7-0 the lead for Sioux Center as Wallach will camp out back on his own 18, ready to punt the ball away. Wallach calls for the snap, gets a good snap, and gets off a nice high end-over-end punt. Carter Krull will take it at the 32 to the 35, and he'll be brought down by a host of Warriors. Lions once again with good starting field position offensively. We'll see if they can move the ball here. First down and 10 from their own 35.
Well, I think the Lions, they really got to concentrate. We got to win 1st and 2nd down here. That's going to be big here as we get going. We find ourselves in these 3rd and long situations, and we are completely out of our offensive comfortable position there in play calling. And so if we need to get positive yards on 1st and 2nd down and go, you know, if we're in 3rd and 5, that's a lot better than 3rd and 10, and we've got a lot more options that we can choose from.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 35. Postma from the shotgun. Man in motion is Meyer from right to left. Postma takes a snap, hands up the middle to Telford. Telford with a nice gain. Fumbles on the play, though, and Sioux Center's got it at the 44-yard line.
You know, we talked about Cole Telford, that shoulder injury for him. We knew it was tough for him to hold on to the ball. I saw him come up, and that left shoulder was just laying limp on him, and the ball came out. And that's one of those things you're going to have to live with. If Cole Telford's going to be in there, you know his shoulder's not out there. You got to hope the good outweighs the bad, but that time the bad got him.
First down and 10 for Sioux Center following the second Lion turnover of the night. And the ball spotted in Lion territory. Second turnover for the Lions in their own territory. From the Lion 44 on first down, Wallach will check the wristband. From the shotgun, twin receivers right, a single to the left. Man in motion right to left as Wallach fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right, looking to pass, and the pass is complete to the 37-yard line up to the 36 as Baumgars on the reception, about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, just a nice little play there for Wallach. He had the heat coming at him, and Bryce Vanderweerd comes up the field there and got the hit on him, but a little bit too late as he'd already delivered to the guy running the out route, and Baumgars a nice 8-yard pickup.
Second down and 2 for the Warriors. The ball spotted on the 36 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wallach from the shotgun on 2nd and 2, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, under pressure, looking over the right side, has his man, and that is Baumgars once again down the sideline, fumbles out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, and Sioux Center in business, first down and 10 at the Lion 20 with 7:40 left to play in the first half. Yeah,
Sioux Center just looking completely composed out there, comfortable is all They're running out there. Wolof just stands in there, delivers a nice ball there. Baumgars makes an easy catch and gets downfield for extra yardage, 15 yards, and first down and 10 at the 20.
First down and 10 for the Warriors. Ball spotted on the Lion 20-yard line as Wolof will line up in the shotgun. Takes a snap with the motion man. Hand to the motion man is Kammerman. Kammerman, the Lions stretching it out. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Yeah, Lions have done a good job against the run. Other than that big run by Baumgars early on in that first quarter, the Lions have done a fantastic job on the run defense there. They've really shut Sioux Center down, but by giving up that and showing that we're going to shut down their run, they've been able to capitalize and move the ball through the air.
Yeah, the little dink and dunk passes for a couple yards here and there really went well for Sioux Center. 2 men in motion, leaving an empty backfield with Wolof in the shotgun, rolling out to the right, has a man in the flat, and the hit immediately on the ball carrier Baumgars. Cole Hugedorn sniffed that out right away, and no gain at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a nice read there by Hugedorn to come up there. They just wanted to get it quick into Baumgars' hands because if he gets it in his hands, they let him do what he does after he makes the catch. And great job, Hugedorn, to come up, drive through it, and make the tackle.
Third down and 10 coming up for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on the 20 of Central Lion George Little Rock. 6:30 left in the first half. Clock is on the move. Wolof from the shotgun. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. As Wolof looks over the Lion defense, and a timeout called by Central Lion George Little Rock, it looks like, as the Lions will burn their first timeout with 6:24 left to play here in the first half. 7-0 the lead for Sioux Center. We'll take a break as well. We'll have more from Open Space Park. This is Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. The rhythm was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Guess how those that I'm making, I was made for this.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, third down and 10 coming up for the Warriors from the 20-yard line of Central Lion George Little Rock. Following the Lion timeout, 6:24 left to play in the first half, a 7-0 lead for Sioux Center over CLGLR. After the timeout, Wolof in the shotgun for the Warriors. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Wolof dropping straight back to pass. Looking over the middle, deep right side of the end zone. Catch is made. Diving catch by Ela Hibma, who got under behind the coverage. And a 20-yard touchdown pass for Sioux Center with 6:16 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, good pump fake there by Wolof there. He pumped. That made Carter Kroll bite on it there, and Hibma got behind him and just delivered it right over the top and laid it right into Hibma's hands in the back corner of the end zone.
Point after attempt coming up here from Wolof with 6:16 left in the first half and a 13-0 lead now for Sioux Center. As the point after attempt snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 6:16 left to play in the first half, 14-0. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lion George Little Rock from Open Space Park in Sioux Center. This is Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, 6:16 left to play in the first half. 20-yard touchdown pass from Wolof to Hibma, the latest score for the Warriors. Both Warrior touchdowns coming off of Lion turnovers in their own territory, and a 14-0 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lion George Little Rock. About half of the second quarter left until halftime, and the Lions really need to find something to claw their way back into this before halftime.
Yeah, that's something the Lions have not done. They have not moved the ball at all, and they need to get something started here before the half.
Ensuing kickoff from Gonzalez, fielded by the Lions, and it's Carter Krull taking it up across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Lions have had great starting field position on the offensive side of the ball, just haven't been able to get anything going.
Yeah, Lions, and, they've had a few good plays. Cole Telford's had a couple runs, but the turnovers have absolutely killed them. The interception deep in their own territory, then the fumble on the last play. So both the Sioux Center touchdowns have been set up by Lion turnovers inside of Sioux Center territory.
First down and 10 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 34. Postma from the shotgun. Quick pass, right side. Cooper Spees makes the catch and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It will be enough for a Lion first down.
Yeah, going to be about a 12-yard pickup there, just quick pass. And like I said, Sioux Center's really selling out against the Lions on the run, too. They're putting 9 guys in the box, so those things need to be open. And we just need to complete them and try and loosen up this defense. And then maybe our running backs can get some more room.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 46 as we approach 6:06 left to play in the first half. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Postma takes a snap, fakes the hand. No, he does hand up the middle to Telford, and nothing doing there as he'll be met at the line of scrimmage. Does keep the legs going forward for about a yard out of it.
Yeah, not much going there as it was read very well by the defense for Sioux Center. Didn't bite on the motion and able to come up there and knock Telford down. And they do a great job of wrapping up. And that's what we knew about Sioux Center. They play good, sound defense. And they're not doing anything too flashy on the offensive side of the ball, but doing just enough.
Their passing game really does work. You can tell that passing game, just little dink and dunk passes, and they do it making their way down the field. Second down and 9 coming up for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun calls it out, pitches out to Telford over the left side, and Sioux Center read that pretty good with good penetration back to the 45. It will be a loss of 2 on the play. And now the Lions find themselves in familiar territory, third down and long.
Yeah, third down and long once again here for the Lions. And we talked about this on the last one, Jay. We got to win first and second down. We can't find ourselves behind here, and that's just not our territory. Throwing the ball down the field, that's not our mantra out here, and it's not what we're good at. So here we are in a tough situation. We're going to rely on Colby's arm once again.
Third down and 12. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap, fakes the hand, rolls out to the right, steps up in the pocket, lets it go way over the head of everybody, and incomplete. 4:37 left to play in the first half, and after picking up a first down on the first play, the Lions follow that with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, that was tough on that one. Carter Krull actually had a spot there, and he found the opening right at the first down marker, but that ball was wildly overthrown. It was about 5 yards above his head and 10 yards too deep.
Caden Van Berkom on to punt for the Lions, stands on his own at 33. Van Berkom gets a good snap and gets off a nice high end-over-end kick. Fair catch at the 20-yard line made by Hibma for Sioux Center, and the Warriors will start first down and 10 from their own 20.
Good punt there by Van Berkom to flip the field position. And like I said, the only time Sioux Center has scored on us is when we've given them the ball on a short field.
Now we got a flag down at midfield. It's going to be a hold on Sioux Center, so they'll mark that off from the 20, I believe.
Yeah, they'll move that all the way back down by the 10-yard line. That'll be an even bigger boost there for the Lions. And right now, I'd say with 4.5 minutes to go, pushing them that far back, you get a 3-and-out, you use a couple of those timeouts, and you might get some decent field position with a couple shots to cut into this lead.
Yeah,
but,
and you certainly have to go. It's go time now.
First and foremost, you got to get the 3-and-out.
Right, you have to get the defensive stop. Sioux Center will start First down and 10 from their own 10-yard line after the penalty with 4:31 left to play in the first half. A 14-0 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock. If Central Lyon George Little Rock comes away victorious tonight, they would be crowned the District 1 champions. Sioux Center would still have to take care of business next week. Wolof in the shotgun, takes a snap, quick pass, right side, catch is made at the 15, out to the 17 by Hibma.
Nice little pitch and catch once again, Jay. About 7 yards on that. And Sioux Center, they're not afraid to just dink and dunk on you all there. If you're going to give them 7 yards on a nice little pass, they'll take that every time.
Yeah, real nice little plays that are open, and you'll take 7 yards on a play every time you can get it. 4:05 left in the first half. Clock on the move. Second down and about 3 for Sioux Center. The ball on their 17. Wolof from the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Calls it out. Long snap count from Wolof here. Trying to draw the Lions off sides. Now he'll audible. Wolof takes the snap. Looks right and keeps it up the middle. Lions read that pretty quick and took him down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So a 3rd and 2 coming up for the Warriors.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to throw that quick wide receiver screen pass down the sidelines there. He pump faked at it and then took off with it. But nice job by that Lion defensive line to stay home, not bite on it, and able to bring him down for no gain.
3:20 left to play in the first half. Clock on the move. 14-0 the lead for Sioux Center. 3rd down and 2 for the Warriors. Wolof will go from the shotgun. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Up back standing to his left. As Wolof takes a snap. Quick pass, right side, has that wide receiver screen set up, and through the middle is Kammerman, who will have the first down across the 25 to the 26, and the Warriors will move the chains.
Yeah, nice little play. Once again, another 8-yard pickup there, and not much you can do about it. That first time we read it well, and we didn't bite on the fake. That time we didn't bite on the fake either, but they actually threw it. And the exact same play, just they actually threw the ball, and Cameraman able to bust free for 8 yards.
First down and 10 for Sioux Center with the ball spotted on their own 26. Wolof takes a snap, fakes the hand, rolls out right side, looking to pass downfield, looking for Kiamong, and the pass will be incomplete, led him a little too far, and 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Warriors.
Yeah, Carter Krall doing a nice job there, running side by side with him, and turned around, looked for the ball, and squeezed him over to the sidelines.
Looks like we got a hold on Sioux Center here as well.
That would be big here right now, and you obviously accept this penalty. With 2:37 to go, it'd be 1st down and 20, and you got to be looking now to keep Sioux Center out of the scoreboard here.
Well, the officials will mark it back to the 15-yard line following the penalty, so it will be a 1st down and about 21 coming up for the Warriors now with 2:37 left in the first half and a 14-0 advantage for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Wolof in the shotgun. Looking over the Lion defense, takes the snap. Quarterback keep up the middle, and Wolof will just eat it for about a 1-yard gain on the play.
Wolof just taking it, and in 1st down and long like that, you see that a lot. You see screen passes, you see those draws. And you try and just sneak one by him, maybe get up half of the yards that you lost on the penalty, and then go from there on 2nd down. Lions doing a nice job bringing them down. Clock on the move, and like I said, if the Lions can escape here just down by 14, that's got to be a win.
2nd down and about 19 for Sioux Center with the ball spotted on their own 18-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes left in the first half. Wolof from the shotgun takes a snap and a counter over the right side to Baumgars. Lions aren't fooled at all. In fact, a 3-yard loss on the play back to the 15, and the Lions going to take a timeout with 1:50 left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, pushing Sioux Center back to 3rd down and 22 here coming out there. They're going to call timeout with 1:50 to go, and you're hoping that they're going to have to throw the ball here. And if you're Sioux Center, I think you run the ball,
definitely
make the Lions burn that last time out before you punt the ball away. But they could hand us a gift if they try to go for it and see if they can't move the chains. And if you can force an incomplete pass, save that timeout, get that punt, and maybe take a few shots. But the Lions right now, I think, need to go into the halftime and regroup.
Yes,
taking
definitely.
shots down the field is not something they're ready for right now. They need to go in, regroup, and get their composure and come back and find their identity.
Yeah, offensively, the Lions have not had much. Defensively, the only scores the defense have given up have been when the Lions have turned it over. 2 costly turnovers in their own territory. Otherwise, the defense is held pretty firm for the most part here tonight. So a 14-0 lead for Sioux Center with 1:50 left to play in the first half. Lions with 1 timeout left. And here on a 3rd down and 22 for the Warriors from their own 15-yard line. Wallach will line up in the shotgun. He'll have Baumgars right behind him. Twin receivers to the right and a double wing look lining up to the right as well. Wallach takes the snap. The hand will go to Baumgars right up the middle. Lions swallow him up quickly. And no gain on the play. The Lions will burn that final timeout with 1:45 left in the first half.
Well, you did your job defensively there. You held them out. You didn't get the 3 and out, but you still kept them deep there. You're going to force them to punt the ball away. We're going to get a shot at it, depending on how this punt goes. We should have really good starting field position here with a little bit of time left, no timeouts, but you might have a chance to take a few shots at it if you get a poor punt, if it comes off the side of his foot. If you get a good return, we've had a couple chances where Cooper Spies and Carter Crawl have both caught the ball nicely, but just haven't been able to break free. If they can break free and get a good return, we can definitely have a chance here.
And judging by Wallach's first few punts of the night, you're thinking right around midfield is the area that the punt will be fielded in. Looks like Wallach will be lining up on about his own 4-yard line or so. So right about midfield, probably somewhere thereabouts, is where you're expecting the punt to come down if he gets a hold of it. And then it's all in the returner's hands from there. Wallach will line up on his own 3 as he takes a step back now. He'll call for the snap, gets a good snap, gets off a nice line drive punt. Krull will take it at the 48 of CLGLR. Breaking for the sidelines inside the 40 to the 35 and the 33 of Sioux Center after the return. So the Lions will come out offensively. 90 seconds left in the first half. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Sioux Center 33-yard line. We'll see what the Lions draw up here.
Well, and that's what we talked about, Jay. You called it right at that midfield marker. Carter Crawl catches it, moves it 16 yards down the field inside the 35, and you've got a chance here with the amount of time on the clock, a minute and a half to go. You can still use the middle of the field. You'll have time to get up there and spike the ball, stop the clock. You can play the out passes, and you can dink and dunk a little bit if you need to. You don't have to throw Hail Marys. But the Lions have given themselves an opportunity.
Postma on 1st down in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks deep down the right sideline for Spies, leaps and incomplete. And 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Lions.
It was a good throw there for Spies right at the pylon there. Spies went up for the jump ball, just could not bring it in. Good defense by Sioux Center. The defensive back was all over him. But not exactly a fan of the play necessarily. Like I said, you don't need to with a minute and a half. You don't need to be throwing Hail Marys at the end zone. But if you can try and catch Sioux Center off guard, must have been the idea there. And now you find yourself at 2nd down, and we'll see what the Lions decide to do.
2nd and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 33 of Sioux Center with 1:22 left in the half. Postman takes a snap, hands right up the middle to Telford, cuts outside one defender, inside the 25 to about the 24, maybe the 23. Looks like they're going to mark him just shy of the 1st down, but the Lions are up on the line of scrimmage and ready to go.
Yeah, that's a tough deal there because not getting the 1st down, the clock keeps on the move. Now the Lions have got to get up here and try and run a play.
3rd down and short from the Sioux Center 23. Postma will air it out for Skidmore, makes the catch inside the 20 at the 18, and the Lions will move the chains. 54 seconds, plenty of time. Ball spotted at the 18 of Sioux Center. 1st down and 10. Postma will line up under center. He's just going to spike it. So the Lions will give away 1st down to stop the clock with 49 seconds left here in the first half. They'll have it 2nd and 10 on the 18 of Sioux Center.
Spiking the ball isn't bad. Get that clock stopped. Save as much as you can. 49 seconds. Still plenty of time out there to do some stuff, and the Lions ready to go here.
49 seconds left in the first half. Lions trail it 14-0. looking for a score here before the half. And if the Lions are able to find the end zone before the half, how huge that would be as the Lions get the ball to start things off in the second half. Postma 2nd and 10 from the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side, dropping back to pass. Looking right side in the flat for Spees. Makes the catch, knocked out of bounds at about the 12, 13-yard line. And the official will stop it with 40 seconds left.
Wow, that was very close. I thought he actually came down inbounds, but the official's going to say he got the ball out of bounds. 6-yard pickup there. Nice little out pass there. Lions just moving it a little bit closer, giving themselves a few chances.
3rd down and 4 from the 12-yard line of Sioux Center. Postma in the shotgun. Telford directly behind him. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Man in motion right to left. That's Meyer. Postma takes a snap. Hands to Telford up the middle. Breaks it out left side. Off of contact inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line with 34 seconds left. Clock will stop on the chain move. And the Lions look like are going to spike the ball on 1st and goal. Lions do spike the ball 1st and goal, so it will be 2nd and goal from about the 4-yard line of Sioux Center.
I like where they're at in this spot here. You don't have to be too pressured. Like I said, 30-some seconds to go. You could slip a run in there if you wanted to. Give Telford the ball. Just go straight ahead with it. If you want to, you can run that little out pattern. We've got it where I've seen where Kalen Meyer will come out of that wingback formation. He runs a nice little out pattern. We roll out right side. You could find him right at the pylon. So you got some options here.
30 seconds left in the first half. Lions trail 14-0. 2nd and goal from the 5 of Sioux Center. Postma rolling out right. Throws into the end zone. Catch is made. No, incomplete. It's dropped. In the end zone, incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Spees on the play. So a 3rd and goal coming up for the Lions with the ball spotted on the 5 of Sioux Center. 25 seconds left in the first half. Still got plenty of time. However, you can't spike it if you run the ball here and not get in.
Well, but with 25 seconds, if you run it and you get stopped for 3 yards after a 3-yard gain, you could run up, but you got to call 2 plays. If you're going to run
at
it,
4th down. Yeah.
You're calling 2 plays.
Postma in the shotgun, 3rd and goal from the 5 of Sioux Center. Postma takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks right side, and a jump ball in the end zone, incomplete. Just threw it up for Carter Krull, and Krull couldn't quite get up high enough. So a 4th and goal coming up for the Lions. We'll see what they decide to do.
This could be a situation where you maybe take some points and let the field goal team come on. But when you're this close, you're down by 2 touchdowns. Maybe you just go for it and hope for the best.
Lions are going to line up for a field goal here. It's like the spot of the kick is going to be the 12-yard line right from the middle. So about a 22-yard field goal for Carter Krull. Looks like the Lions did draw Sioux Center offside, so.
Wow, half the distance to the
here
goal.
You go.
Do you still line up for the field goal, or do you try and punch it in from 2 yards out? That's a gutsy call, and it looks like that's what the Lions are going to do.
Yeah, they're going to bring in the big boys here.
Go heavy package, and
ball's going to be spotted right about the 3, it looks like.
Well, half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, about the 2.5.
Yep.
So just inside of the 3-yard line, it will be 4th and goal for the Lions. Looks like the Lions will go for it here. 21 seconds left in the first half. Clock really isn't a factor. It comes down to one play here. We'll see what the Lions elect to do.
Old school Lion football.
Power I formation from the 2.5. And Sioux Center is going to call a timeout. 21 seconds left to play here in the first half. 14-0 the lead for Sioux Center. With 21 seconds left in the first half, Central Lion George Little Rock with a 4th and goal. Coming up, the Lions had elected to kick a Carter Krull field goal attempt from the 5. However, they were able to draw Sioux Center off sides. And so after the penalty, the Lions elected to go for it. And a 4th and goal coming up just inside the 3-yard line of Sioux Center with 21 seconds left to play here in the first half.
I think if you're going to run it, even with that heavy package, I think Cole Telford's got to be the one to get the ball here. He's been the one who's had the most effective running pattern so far. Telford, he gets low. He knows how to find the openings and explode through it. And when you need 3 yards, you need some explosive power here. But I like the call old school CLGLR football. We're going power I, and you're putting this on the offensive line. You're telling Coach Postma, this is on your hog mollies, and it's your job to score.
Offense or defense, whoever comes away the victor on this play is certainly going to have all the momentum heading into the locker room at halftime here tonight. Lions going to stick with the power I formation. Postma under center, 4th and goal from the 2.5. Postma takes the snap, hand to the fullback up the middle, and did he get in? He's dragging him, he's in. Lions score from 2.5 yards out. We'll see who got the score for the Lions.
I think it was Kalen Meyer.
Yes, it was, yeah. Meyer from that fullback spot, and a big score for the Lions here just before the half. 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Now a 14-6 ball game.
Well, Jay Kelly, like you said, a big score right before the half. As bad as the Lions have played in this first half, they have the opportunity to go in just down a score. And like you said, the momentum is there. You got to bury them now, and you got to go for it.
And you get the ball to start off the second half as well. Extra point attempt coming up from Krull. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 14 seconds left in the first half. 14-7. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Open Space Park here in Sioux Center. 14 seconds left to play in the first half. 14-7 the lead for Sioux Center. Kalen Meyer scoring from 2 yards out. The Lion touchdown on 4th and goal just before the half. Ensuing kickoff coming up from Carter Krull here with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And we'll see what Krull elects to do with 14 seconds left. Carter is going to kick it deep. High end-over-end kick will sail through the end zone for the touchback.
Well, Sioux Center can come out and see if they want to take a shot down the field with just a little bit with 14 seconds on the clock. And
Warriors do have one timeout yet, to their credit, I believe.
Yes, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to, either throw it deep or even try a little screen pass and get it to midfield, and then maybe you can take a shot.
Looks like the Warriors might line up in the victory formation to kneel down here. We'll see as Wolof will line up under center. And Wolof is just going to take a knee. Lions can't contest that. They have no timeouts left, and that's how we'll head to the locker room at the half here tonight. District 1 Class 2A, Battle of the Unbeatens. The final two unbeatens in District 1. And at the half here tonight, a 14-7 advantage for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime report when we return from Open Space Park in Sioux Center. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them All deserve health care that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. 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 I was made for this.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
And we welcome you back here to the half. At the half here live from Open Park Field in Sioux Center. Central Lion George Little Rock trailing Sioux Center by a score of 14-7. The Lions getting on the board right before the half to cut into that lead and only to trail by 7 here at the half is definitely a win for CLGLR here as the Warriors have dominated the first half of play here. They got on the board. Their 2 touchdowns have come off of Central Lion George Little Rock turnovers. Their first one came with 4:05 to go in the first quarter. A Wall of 13-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good to make it 7-0. That was the only score at the end of the first quarter, so a 7-0 lead. Moving on into the second quarter, a fumble by Cole Telford gave the ball to the Warriors, and they had marched it down inside of CLGLR territory and hit a 20-yard touchdown reception to Eli Hibma with the extra point, giving a 14-0 lead for Sioux Center. The Lions struggled offensively throughout the first half, but the defense stood tall as they forced a punt deep into Sioux Center territory and then got the punt back. Carter Krall with a nice return inside the 35-yard line, and the Lions are able to put a drive together and score on 4th and goal from the 3-yard line on a Kalen Meyer 3-yard touchdown run. The Carter Krall kick was good, and that brings us to our 14-7 halftime lead. The Lions, as we said, struggled offensively. They couldn't get anything going out there throughout the entire first half, and hopefully as they go into the half, they are able to get some things figured out and refine their identity and hopefully correct some of the things that have gone on right there. As we said, both Sioux Center and Central Lion George Little Rock 3-0 in district play. This is essentially a district championship matchup here for the Lions. If the Lions do become victorious tonight over Sioux Center, they will be the District 1 champions and earn that playoff berth regardless of what happens next week. So Central Lion George Little Rock trying to see if they can't come back and get that win here. If Sioux Center wins, they will be in the driver's seat, obviously, going into next week. They have a matchup with Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Should they lose to Boyden Hall Rock Valley, and they would give up the district title that way. So there is potential for Sioux Center not to be district champions. If the Lions win, they will win because they would own the tiebreaker over Sioux Center and Boyden Hall Rock Valley if they should lose next week to Sheldon. 14-7 here at the half. Sioux Center and Central Lion George Little Rock also around the area in District 1 play. Boyden Hall Rock Valley is leading MOC Floyd Valley by a score of 20-0. And Okoboji currently leads Sheldon by a score of 15-12. At the half, we're being entertained by the Sioux Center Marching Band, 14-7. The Warriors leading the Lions. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we're going to go inside the Lions' den. We're going to get to know a few of those CLGLR seniors. Jarrett Meyer and Jackson Jagger on the tab here for you at the half here live from Sioux Center. You're listening to Lion Football here on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
And we welcome you back to the half. It's time to take another trip inside the Lions' Den, where each and every week we get to know our Central Lion and George Little Rock football seniors just a little bit better. Today we're being joined by senior Jarrett Meyer. Jarrett, welcome.
Thanks.
Jarrett, let's start things off. We call your number a lot throughout the season. We call your name out there, both sides of the football. We see you on the offensive line and the defensive line. Tell us a little bit more in depth about where you are and what your responsibilities actually are out there.
So for on the offensive line, I play the right guard, in charge of pulling, making sure blocking as the line does. Then usually I play the right DT, try and make holes, let the linebackers through on their blitzes, just move people around.
Well, and some things that we've seen you do, let's talk offensive line stuff. You sometimes have to run block, you have to pass block. What are some of the different things involved in that?
Blocking, it's more straightforward, usually, like our power plays. Other than that, sometimes you got to pull around to the outside and pick up that D end that's coming around. Pass blocking, it's always usually just a setback and making sure you got your guy to your left or right gap.
Well, some things that we talk about with offensive and defensive linemen, it's a little bit tough for this question. We talk about your goals personally and team-wise throughout the season. What are some goals that you set for yourself as a lineman that you could set up to try and accomplish this year?
Goals this year was making sure I got my blocks down and not letting the linebackers get over me. I mean, it's kind of hard. The linebackers are faster than you, so that's a personal goal of mine.
And defensively, when you're on that D-line, trying to get as many sacks as possible.
Definitely.
Well, let's take you off the football field. We'll bring you into the classroom. You're a senior here at Central Lion. Tell us a little bit about the class schedule that you carry.
I got semi-difficult class schedule. I have government first hour, then I have AP Calc, then college comp, then physics, and then I go work study for 2 periods at DGR. Then I come back for 7th hour for building trades with Mr. Engel, and then I have lifting.
Well, and that obviously keeps you busy with the classroom stuff, obviously with the football practice and games and everything. What are some other things that you're involved in around here that we can find you doing?
Wrestling during the school sport. I'm involved in a 4-H club, and then during school, during deer classes, I'm involved in book club, chess club. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, and like I said, definitely keeps you busy. You've got a great class load. You have some work study out there. You're taking some shop classes, some career classes out there. So obviously looking ahead, what are some of your plans for next year going forward?
Some of my plans would be engineering. I plan to go to college for engineering and then hopefully get a job being an engineer.
Well, the other thing that we'd like to talk to you about is being a senior, you're a role model out there. You're a two-way starter. You're a captain on the football team. Lots of these kids look up to you. The underclassmen are always paying attention to what you're doing. What is some advice that you can give these kids to make them successful in our program?
Work hard all the time. I mean, in practice, make sure you're doing your job and getting done as hard as you can. And then, I mean, out of practice, lifting. I mean, lifting makes you stronger and a better athlete. And that's, I mean, one big helpful thing that I got is I'm bigger and stronger.
Well, in our final...
Definitely my favorite memory is, I think I was my 8th grade year doing conditioning, and usually nobody talks. And Hunter Kruger, as we're down in our stance and it's burning, Hunter yells out, "Blow the whistle!" And yeah, we had to run a lot more that day, but that's definitely my favorite memory, or most memorable memory.
Well, Jarrett, we appreciate you taking some time with us this week, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Time the rhythm was amazing. Jack got a smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
And we welcome you back to the half. It's time to take a trip, another trip inside the Lions Den this Friday night. We thank you for joining us here. We're being joined by Central Lyon George Little Rock football senior Jackson Jagger. Jackson, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Joel.
Well, Jackson, let's talk about you on the football field. Tell us where we can find you out there, and then when you're out there, what are the jobs that the coaches tell you got to take care of?
Well, I mostly play defensive line. I usually play the left DT, but occasionally I'll play on our heavy package on the tight end position, or I am the second string for both of the offensive guards. But on defense, my job is to mostly fill gaps, put pressure in the backfield, and make it easier for those linebackers to get the tackles.
And we definitely get to see that with you. The idea is to get in there and get some good penetration and disrupt everything.
Yep.
Well, let's talk about the defensive lineman. That's your specialty. That's your main focus out there. Tell us a little bit about maybe some goals you had going into the season and throughout the season, and how have those progressed?
Well, a lot of my goals come from last year. I just really wanted to be better and be the best that I could be on the D-line, and hopefully get a few more sacks this year. That's about it.
Well, let's take you off the football field. We're going to bring you into the building here, into the classroom, a senior at Central Lyon. Tell us a little bit about some of the classes you're taking in your final year.
Well, I don't have the hardest schedule. First hour I start with a welding class, and then I'm in advanced math in second hour. Third hour I'm in CAD, and then we go to fourth hour I'm in personal finance. Fifth hour is an easy study hall, and then the rest of the day is pretty slack. 6 hours robotics, and then choir and lifting.
Well, you've got personal finance in there, you've got CAD, you've got welding. Definitely sounds like you're setting yourself up for the future here. What does the future look like for you?
Well, I really want to attend Southeast Tech this coming fall, and I'm planning on getting my degree for HVAC.
Well, let's talk about some of the other things that we can find you doing around here. You're a football player, you're involved, you've got your class schedule out there. What are some other things that you do around Central Lyon and throughout the community?
Well, I'm also in the choir program, some other theater stuff, and I'm also in wrestling, and I throw shot put and track.
Very good. Well, as a four-year starter, you're one of them guys that has worked your way into the program, into the roles of being on that football field, and you can tell us a little bit about that. What do these younger kids got to do? What can you tell them from your experience that'll help them be successful?
Well, I think a lot of it is, number one, you have to be a team player and you have to buy into the program, and also...
And you're seeing the final weeks are approaching out here, and
Tell us a little bit about what is your favorite part of being a part of this team, or what is maybe a favorite memory you have of being around?
Well, I think my favorite part of being a part of the CLGLR football program is that how family-oriented it is, and everyone encourages you to be your best, and everyone pushes you to your limits, and it really makes you a better person.
Well, Jackson, we appreciate you taking some time with us this week, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. At the half here tonight, a 14-7 lead for the Sioux Center Warriors over the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions here tonight. A lot on the line for both of these ball clubs. Both these clubs, the final two unbeatens in District 1 Class 2A play. The way it works out here after the second half of football, if the Lions emerge victorious tonight, they will be the District 1 champs. If the Sioux Center Warriors come away with a win tonight, they still have business to take care of next week against the Nighthawks of Boyden Hull Rock Valley here at Open Space Park. And certainly, Joel, no easy task for the Lions here tonight, especially offensively, as it's been some tough sledding, but the Lions were able to take advantage of a late 3-and-out by the defense and find their way into the end zone for some good momentum heading into the halftime tonight.
And you said it, Jay. A tough task here to come back from being down to Sioux Center. Sioux Center does such a great job of ball control. I mean, that first drive that they had, they marched it down the field. Granted, they didn't score, but they took half the clock away in the first quarter on their opening drive, and they really limit the amount of touches that we get. And the way that we played offensively, we need as many touches as we can get to get things rolling here. Now, hopefully we made some good adjustments at the half, and things will go a little bit better for us offensively. But to come back from behind on Sioux Center with the way that they play defense and the way that their offense runs, they're, like I said, dink and dunk and just run the ball effectively. They like to use the clock, and that makes it really hard. So the Lions are going to have to play perfect football pretty much here in the second half to try and come back and get the win.
Defensively for the Lions, it has been there tonight. The only two touchdowns Sioux Center has scored have been the result of Lion turnovers in Lion territory. When Sioux Center has had to move the length of the field, the Lions have been able to shut them down every time so far here tonight. And certainly that Sioux Center offense, so much more than running. They get that profile of a team that likes to run the ball, and they do like to run the ball. Ultimately, I think they'd like to keep the ball on the ground the entire game, but boy, when they can pass, they can adapt, like you said, Joel, with those short passes. They do that really well.
Well, and I think a lot of that is because of how good their offensive line is. You talk about offensive linemen making the ability to run the ball easy, but their O-lineman, Damon Woloff, stands back there. He's very composed in the backfield there. He has plenty of time to find his receivers and deliver the ball because those O-linemen, they block very well for him, and they give him plenty of time, and he's able to find the open receivers. And like I said, those quick little passes underneath. And you got guys like Matthew Baumgars, who is very capable when he touches the ball to bust a big one out there. And when you have a few weapons out there and you've got a quarterback who's got time and protection, they can be deadly.
Well, a reminder coming up here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network next Friday, we'll have Lion football as they host Sheldon in the home finale at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. We hope that for the regular season at least. We'll have live coverage right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Coming up on Monday, November the 11th, the high school marching band concert at 7:30 that evening. And a reminder for students and parents alike, last day of the first quarter coming up on Monday. Next Thursday, cross-country state qualifying meet at the Landsmere Golf Course at Unity Christian. Central Lion George Little Rock to get the ball to start things off on the second half. Gonzalez with the ball teed up, and we are ready for the second half of football. Gonzalez gives the ball the boot. We are underway. A high end-over-end kick. Kroll will watch it sail through the end zone, and the Lions will take first and 10 from their own 20-yard line to kick off the second half of play here tonight.
Well, and wisely, Sioux Center kicks away from Carter Kroll. Carter had that good punt return to put the Lions in position to score there right before the half. That time they don't even give him a chance as they kick towards the sidelines and through the end zone.
First down and 10. Central Lion George Little Rock with the ball on their own 20-yard line, and we'll see what kind of offensive adjustments were made in the locker room at the half for the Lions. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Postma takes a snap. The hand up the middle to Telford. Breaks it out left side. Nice 5 yards on first down to the 25-yard line.
You know, Cole Telford, obviously he's got that shoulder injury. We've used him limitedly out there, but when he's got the ball, he's so effective. He's just one of them guys you have to keep out there. And he's a guy that you got to keep on the field because the more touches he gets, the better chances he has to break a big one because it's not a if it breaks it, it's when he breaks it.
Second down and 5 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 25, just getting underway in the second half. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap, runs into the up back. Telford keeps it himself and takes it out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Nice job by Postma just to follow Telford and turn that into 3 yards.
Well, and nice of Telford, too, as they run into each other, you know, trying to show the fake on that one, and they collide. Both of them keep their feet. Telford gets out in front, becomes a blocker, and then you've got Postma that just runs it around there. And going to set up a third down and a long one, maybe a short 2 here.
Yeah, Lions need to get to the 30-yard line right on their 28, and that is their own 28. Lions will go to the power I formation. Postma will line up under center. Looking over the Warrior defense, hand over the right side to Telford, dancing at the line of scrimmage. Actually, that was Kroll. With forward progress, he might have it. The official spots him across the 30, much to the dismay of one Warriors fan in front of us. Terrible spot.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So we do apologize for the fans in the background that you hear across, but Carter Kroll should have had that with ease, by the way. He just decided to dance. He was trying to bust it to the outside. When you're in that power eye, you just got to run full steam ahead, and he should have had that thing no problem. That made it a lot closer than what it needed to be.
Hopefully that spot won't have a bearing on the outcome of the game 1 minute into the third quarter here. First down and 10 just across the 30 for the Lions. Postma takes a snap. Quarterback keep up the middle and no gain on the play. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, that play just took a little bit too long to develop there. Once again, the timing between Carter Kroll running those routes there, we saw in the first half as well. And here into the second half, we've seen that it's just been a little bit off, and it delays the handoff or the fake in the backfield, and that allows the Sioux Center defense to jump all over us.
Second down and 10 for the Lions just across their own 30. Postma from the shotgun formation takes a snap. Quick pass, right side. Cooper Spies through his hands and incomplete at the 38-yard line. Clock will stop with 10-12 left to play in the third quarter. 14-7. Sioux Center with the advantage on Central Lion George Little Rock here tonight. Just getting underway in the second half.
Well, I think that was a pretty good throw there by Colby. I mean, he threw it right where it needed to be, and it just went right through the hands. I think Cooper was looking to turn it upfield before he had possession.
Third down and 10 coming up for Central Lion George Little Rock just across their own 30-yard line. 10-12 left to play in the third quarter. 14-7, Sioux Center with the lead. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap, dropping back. Under pressure, sets up a screen over the middle, way too high for the intended receiver, Addison Metzger, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and that's just too tough right there. The Lions were setting up that screenplay, but I think Sioux Center had it read very well with the linebackers, and even if he connects on that pass, it's probably only going to go for 5 yards, and we'd be punting away again.
Caden Van Berkom will come on to punt, standing back on his own 19-yard line. Fields a good snap and gets off a high end-over-end punt. Will be received at the 35. Fair catch called by Hibma. And Sioux Center with good starting field position for the Warriors. First and 10 from their own 35. They've had fairly friendly starting field position for most of the night, has Sioux Center.
Well, the Lions got to come out here, and defensively they played well. after that opening possession against Sioux Center, hopefully the Lions can come out here defensively and try and force that 3 and out, see if they can't get to them, and see what they can do.
First down and 10 for the Warriors. Trip receivers right, a single to the left. As Wolof in the shotgun takes a snap, quick pass, right side. Cole Hugedorn looking to shed a block. He can't. Across the 45 to about the 47-yard line with a flex afterwards is Lane Kammerman. And we got a Lion down on the play. I believe that's Van Berkom.
Yeah, and Van Berkom, he was motionless there for a second as he laid face down on the field. He got run right over by Kammerman, and he wasn't moving. He at least rolled over here, so that is a good sign, but a tough shot there right away, as you saw a lot of Sioux Center players calling for some of the trainers to come right away.
First down and 10 coming up for Sioux Center as Van Berkom's back up on his feet. Ball spotted on the 47 of Sioux Center after the pass play as the Warriors stretched the chains on that first play. 9:56 left to play in the third quarter. We're here at Open Space Park in Sioux Center tonight. A 14-7 lead for the Sioux Center Warriors over the Lions of Central Lyon George Little Rock. The last two unbeatens standing here in District 1 Class 2A. First down and 10 for the Warriors with the ball spotted on their own 47. Lions were able to pick up one first down on the opening offensive possession of the second half, but that was it before punting the ball away. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Wolof will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Upback standing to his right as well. Wolof will hand to the upback. That's Baumgars trying to stretch it out around left end. And the Lions, well, they did hem him in, but Baumgars snuck through. He's going to take it all the way down the sideline to the house for the Sioux Center touchdown. It's going to go 53 yards.
Yeah, tough break there for the Lions as Bryce Vanderweerd had him for about a 2-yard loss, probably a no-gainer, and somehow he just let him go, and Baumgars slipped through and down the sidelines he went, and Lions get caught sleeping, and Baumgars burns them.
Point after coming up for the Warriors, now a 20-7 advantage for Sioux Center with 9:28 left to play here in the third quarter. Wolof will line up for the extra point attempt. Hold will be provided by Hibma as we await the snap. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. The extra point is blocked. Coming up through the middle of the field for the Lions on the play, it looked like Dylan Winkle. So the Lions block the extra point attempt. 9:28 left to play in the third quarter. 20-7. Sioux Center leading at Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, 9:28 left to play in the third quarter. A 20-7 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight. A 53-yard touchdown run from Baumgars. The latest score of the point after was blocked. Gonzalez with the ensuing kickoff into the hands of Krull at the 8-yard line. Krull out to the 20, breaking for the sideline at the 25, the 30, and out of bounds. Right about the 33-yard line, so the Lions with good starting field position once again. First down and 10 from their own 33.
Yeah, solid starting defense or starting offensive set here for you after a nice return there for Carter. And we'll see what the Lions can come up with. They did get one first down on their last offensive set, but then stalled out, had to punt it away. And can't fall behind too far here. You're down by 2 touchdowns once again. The Lions can't wait till the last minute to get something going here.
Postman in the shotgun, dropping back. Quick pass to Spees, makes the catch at the 40, dives ahead to the 42 for forward progress, and a nice 8-9 yards or so on first down.
Yeah, that time Cooper Speeds, we saw that exact same play on that last set, and he took off a little bit early on the last one. He just didn't catch the football. This time he made sure he had the catch, and then gets those 8 yards.
Second down and about 1 for Central Lyon George Little Rock, just shy of their own 42-yard line. 8:50 left in the third quarter. Clock continues to move. A 20-7 lead for Sioux Center over CLGLR. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Up back standing behind him as Postma drops back to pass. Lets one go down the right sideline and overshoots everybody. Incomplete. A 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Yeah, 2nd down and short. You see that a lot where you try and take a shot down the field and see if you can't catch the defense cheating up on that. And Colby took a little bit of a shot there at the end. I think if he would have fallen down, he might have gotten a flag. The official was really watching it. But Colby just backs up out of it there, and no penalty played.
3rd down and 1 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted just shy of their own 42. Need to get across the 43 for a 1st down. Lions will run in the power I formation. Postma with the power I behind him takes a snap. The hand goes left side to Krull, and Krull will have it out to the 45-yard line. Tough couple of yards, and the Lions are able to move the chains.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Carter that time. No dancing there, running straight ahead. You don't have to worry about the spot of the ball when you need 1 and you get 3.
Well, when the Lions want to get physical, it looks like they can here tonight with the power I formation succeeding on offense. Ball will be spotted exactly on the 45. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. That would be their own 45. In the shotgun, a wing to the left, a receiver to the left. As Postma takes a snap, fakes the hand, drops back to pass, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws for Krull, and it's incomplete. Just led him a little too far, and a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Colby did a nice job. He felt the pressure coming there as he rolled out of it and stepped up in the pocket and just couldn't deliver the ball there as Carter was trying to come back for it and just undershoots him.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Lions. Clock will stop on the incompletion with 8:14 left in the 3rd quarter. A 20-7 advantage for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock here at Open Space Park tonight. 2nd down and 10 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. The ball on their own 45. Postma in the shotgun, receiver to each side. Krull in motion. Postma with the counter to Telford, and Sioux Center read that. They'll bring him down back at the 42, and Telford slow to get up.
Once again, we tried to fake to the motion man and then tried to come back on the counter play to Telford, and it just takes too long to set up, and the Lions nothing doing on that one as Sioux Center just fast to the football and able to knock us down for the loss.
3rd down and 13 coming up for the Lions, now pinned back at their own 42-yard line with 7:44 left to play in the 3rd quarter and the clock moving. Lions trail it 20-7. And a big 3rd down here coming up with 3rd and 13 staring them in the face. Lions will break the huddle, and Postma's forced to call a timeout. So right away, a tough break. Tough start to the 2nd half offensively for CLGLR here tonight.
Lions have to call that timeout right before the clock here. They broke the huddle. He turned around. There's only 2 seconds. I mean, good job by Colby to look up and notice that the clock was at that point and immediately call for that timeout. But Lions got to be quicker getting that play call in. They can't take too much time trying to get those play calls in. I know they try and signal from the sidelines, but if it can't get in, you may have to go back to that old adage of just running a wide out in the game.
7:28 left to play in the 3rd quarter as the clock stops during the timeout. 20-7 the lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight at Open Space Park in Sioux Center. And a big 3rd down and 13 coming up for the Lions here. The ball spotted on their own 42-yard line. Outside of the rushing game, haven't seen much on the Lion offense so far here tonight. Postma will line up in the shotgun formation. Everybody in tight on the line of scrimmage. Postma calls it out with Telford in motion, takes a snap, rolls out. The Lion touchdown. Carter Krull from Colby Postma. A Hail Mary, if you will, for 57 yards. And the Lions score with 7:15 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, and Sioux Center had to know that was coming. They had to know we were going to go deep on the play. But somehow Carter Krull finds himself free out there, and Colby Postma connects on him, and he just outruns the defense, and he dove for that pylon and knocks it down for the touchdown.
Krull was wildly wide open on that play as well. And extra point attempt coming up from Kroll here. A 20-13 ball game now with 7:15 left in the third quarter. Great throw by Colby Postma as well, as he was under pressure, had to step up in the pocket and throw all at the same time. Point after attempt coming up from Kroll as we await the snap. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 7:15 left to play in the third quarter. 20-14. Sioux Center leading at Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Open Space Park here in Sioux Center. 7:15 left to play in the third quarter. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. A 57-yard touchdown pass from Colby Postma to Carter Kroll. The score for the Lions, facing a 3rd down and 13. Now a 20-14 ball game. Sioux Center with the 6-point lead. As the Lions have been trailing the whole game, Kroll on the ensuing kickoff gives at the boot a high end-over-end kick, and the Warriors going to let it hot. That's live inside the 5-yard line. Sioux Center picks it up, and they're going to take it out to about the 10-yard line. I believe that was Kammerman that picked it up off the bounce, and Sioux Center nearly with a costly mistake there.
Yeah, Baumgars let it go over his head. The ball landed at the 2-yard line, and like a pitching wedge, he just stuck it right there.
A backwards turf bounce inside the 5. So it was returned to about the 11. Well, let's see here. Looks like it's on about the 10-yard line. Yeah, it looks like about the 10 of Sioux Center. A lot of soccer striping on the field here. And lacrosse and whatever other sports they play here. First down and 10 for Sioux Center from their own 10. Wolof in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks in the flat, has a man tipped and incomplete. And I tell you what, Cole Hugenhorn, he's always around the tips.
That was dangerous right there.
Yeah, it was intended for Lane Kammerman, just off of his hands, incomplete.
That was probably one of those things where Cole was actually going for the tackle, which you're supposed to do.
Yes,
but, if he'd have been a little bit behind, he might have caught the ball.
Second down and 10 coming up for Sioux Center from their own 10, 7:04 left to play in the third quarter. A 20-14 lead for Sioux Center over at Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wolof in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Looking over the Lion defense, takes the snap, and the hand goes on the jet sweep around the right side. Here comes Baumgars across the 15 to about the 17-yard line, going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, still a nice run, though, setting up 3rd down and short here for Sioux Center. And they've got some options at 3rd down and short. We know they like that little dink and dump pass, but able to run the ball as well. Lions D is going to have to get up here, and let's see if that D-line can get some pressure.
3rd down and about 3 coming up for our Sioux Center right across their own 17-yard line. Wolof in the shotgun, twin receivers left and up back behind him. Wolof takes a snap, the hand to the up back. No, the fake hand. A dump pass off to the left side. Kammerman's got it, breaks through one tackle and crosses the 30 out to about the 33-yard line for the Sioux Center first down. Is there a flag on the near side of the field, or am I missing?
Well, the officials are discussing it, but I don't think there was a penalty.
No, I thought I saw a flag. It looks like a mouthpiece or something like that. Might be on the near side of the field. Either way, first down and 10 for Sioux Center with the ball spotted on their own 33. Wolof will line up in the shotgun, twin receivers to the left. As Wolof calls for the motion man, takes a snap. The counter goes over the left side to Baumgars, breaks through some tackles, and carries it to about the 39-yard line for a pickup of about 6 yards on first down.
You know, the Lions have struggled with that a little bit here. You've seen Kammerman get to the outside there. We saw in that big touchdown some poor tackling. Lions are just trying to arm tackle these guys. They're too tough. You can't do that. On that last pass play, another missed arm tackle. Here they're running through them as well. Lions got to break down and wrap up.
Second down and 3 for Sioux Center, just shy of their own 40-yard line. Wolof in the shotgun, man in motion right to left as Wolof will hand up the middle to Baumgart's, breaks it out, and the Lions got a tackle in the backfield. Coming through once again to make the play from the defensive line is Dylan Winkle for the Lions, a loss of 3.
That's a big play there for Dylan Winkle. He was coming through, got great penetration, just reached the arm out and got a hold of the ankle for a 3-yard loss, making this a little bit tougher on third down, but Lions looking this in the eye. They got to step up and get a third down stop and get the ball back.
3rd and 6 for Sioux Center from their own 36. Wolof in the shotgun, 4:50 left in the third quarter, clock on the move. Wolof, long snap count, looks to the sidelines for the play. Calls it out, takes a snap, drops back to pass. Wolof looking over the middle, and the catch is dropped by the intended receiver, Eli Hibma, right at the first down stick. Hibma reached up for it, but I think he saw Addison Metzger coming and just turned his focus away for a second.
Yeah, you're right. I think he looked down at Addison Metzger, and the ball ended up hitting him in the shoulder pads and bouncing in the air. Nonetheless, a third down stop in a punting situation. Lions are going to get the ball back. And, Jay, Lions get the ball back. They get some things going here. That blocked extra point could come into effect here if the Lions can get something going.
4th down and 6. Sioux Center will line up in the punt formation. Back at the 22 is Wolof. Wolof, high snap, corrals it, does a great job of corralling it, gets off a very nice punt. High spiraling punt, fair catch at the 23 by Central Lion George Little Rock. And
no penalty on that one.
Taylor Putnam caught it and was wrapped up by a Sioux Center defender after making the fair catch sign. But either way, that will probably offset for the poor ball spot earlier, so everybody should be even now.
Well, yeah, but you call for a fair catch, they can't touch you. So somehow a free penalty there for Sioux Center. They get away with one, and the Lions will go on the offense.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 23. 4:32 left to play in the third quarter. 20-14 ball game. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lion George Little Rock. Postma from the shotgun will hand to Telford, breaks it out left side, breaks through a couple arm tackles, crosses the 30, still to the 35, and Telford takes advantage of some poor tackling on the Sioux Center side to pick up a first down.
Picked up 11 yards. It should have been about 3 or 4, but gets 11 on the carry, and first down, chain mover. And the Lions need this momentum. They got to start playing with it. They got to play with the field. They got to get into a flow. They haven't seen that yet. They've run a few iffy plays out there. It's been very slow, and they need to get into it. They need to push this offense. That's the way they like to play, a little bit more up-tempo than what they are right now, and they're struggling to get the play in again.
1st down and 10 for the Lions from their own 35. Postma from the shotgun, calls for it, takes a snap, drops back, quick pass to Spees at the 40, drops it, and incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3:45 left in the third quarter.
Man, and that's just too bad. That's an easy 6 yards right there. He hit Cooper right in the numbers, and Cooper just dropped it.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Lions. Ball right about their own 35-yard line. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lion George Little Rock. 3:45 left in the third quarter. Postma from the shotgun, hands to Telford, breaks it out right side, just tripped up at about the 37-yard line. So the Lions will be looking at a third down at about 8. And, boy, Cole Telford is hurting, but he's leaving it all out there on the field tonight.
Well, that's a tough deal there, man. If he keeps his footing there, he's got a first down easily because there's a lot of green in front of him. But just enough of the ankle there to toss him over, and only a 2-yard gain.
3rd down and 8 for the Lions with the ball on their own 37-yard line. Postma will line up in the shotgun with Meyer behind him. Split receiver wide to each side. Postma takes a snap, fakes the hand to Meyer, drops back, sets up the screen. Meyer out in the flat, has some blockers in front of him across the 40, 45, puts a shoulder into a defender and carries him to the 48-yard line for the Lion first down.
Man, you got to like that, getting out in front, offensive lineman moving down the field and blowing up the defensive back there, allowing Meyer to get out there and get to that first down marker.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 48. 2:50 and counting left in the third quarter. Lions trail by 6. Postma from the shotgun. The hand to Meyer right up the middle. Breaks it out right side. And only about a yard up to the 49. Sioux Center was pretty quick to stop that one.
Yeah, and Sioux Center on top of that one. But the Lions picking up the pace a little bit. trying to try and wear down this Sioux Center defense, try and catch them on their heels. 2nd down and 1. You need a good positive play on this one, though, Jay Kelly. We can't keep sitting in this 3rd and long. We got to get in this 3rd and medium to 3rd and short situations.
2nd and about 8, just shy of midfield. Postma from the shotgun. Quick pass, right side. Spees is there for the catch, and the Lion first down to the 39-yard line of Sioux Center.
11 yards on the pickup, and Cooper Spees, he's about an every other play guy. He drops one, then he makes a catch, and let's hope he can keep making those catches.
That little out pass to Spees has been open all night long. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. Spees looks to be in a little bit of pain here. Ball spotted just shy of the 39 of Sioux Center. Inside 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 20-14, Lions trail. Postma in the shotgun, takes the snap, the hand on the counter to Telford, leaps over one of his own blockers and still going to be brought down for the loss back at the 38 or 42 rather, as Sioux Center's done a great job of reading that counter play.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They're getting penetration. The Lion blockers just aren't holding them long enough, and like I said, those plays where we show a little bit of delay on the counters, on the fakes and all that stuff, it just takes too long to develop, and Sioux Center is too quick defensively, and they're getting in the backfield, and they're just disrupting it anytime we try it.
2nd down and about 13 for Sioux Center, or for Central Lion George Little Rock, I should say, at the Sioux Center 42. Postma from the shotgun, takes a snap, dropping back under pressure, lets it go over the middle, nearly intercepted, right in and out of the hands of Ethan Zomerman.
Oh, that was close. That could have been a big one right there. And a lot of pressure and a lot of coverage downfield there. I don't know. Colby needs to maybe look at his check down there, because he probably had an underneath pass there to Telford. But the wideouts down the field, they were wildly covered.
3rd down and about 13 coming up for Central Lion George Little Rock on the 42 of Sioux Center. The Lions with 2 turnovers tonight, the only 2 turnovers of the night. Postma in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, sets up the screen left side, and it's caught by Telford, but nicely read by Sioux Center. They weren't fooled. A loss of 2, and the Lions looking at a 4th down and about 15 from the 45 of Sioux Center.
Yeah, they knew that was coming all the way, and nothing doing, as they weren't even fooled. The defensive lineman didn't even chase after Colby Postma. And 4th down and long, and the Lions will be punting this thing away again.
Caden Van Berkem on his own 43 gets a good snap and gets off a high spiraling punt. And the catch made at about the 14-yard line by Hibma. And Sioux Center will start in the shadow of their own goalpost once again. 1st down and 10. Looks like the officials will give them about the 15 for the spot. 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 6-point ball game, 20-14. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lion George Little Rock here tonight. The final 2 unbeaten teams in District 1 2A play. Should the Lions win tonight, they will be District 1 champions. Should Sioux Center win tonight, they would need to win next week yet against Boyden Hull Rock Valley. 1st down and 10 for the Warriors as Wolof takes a snap, hand to Baumgars up the middle. Across the 15 to about the 17, pickup of a couple, and that should be the final play of the quarter.
Yeah, Lions read it well there. Once again, Big Dylan Winkle and Jarrett Meyer, running right into the heart of those 2 big guys up front, and they able to make the tackle. And a good job of wrapping up Baumgars, and they will let the clock run out.
So the quarter will end on number 3. 1 quarter to go, 20-14. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lion George Little Rock. We'll have the 4th quarter when we return to Open Space Park in Sioux Center. This is Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. Let her and him, and them all deserve health care that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, 12 minutes up on the board for quarter number 4. 2nd down and 8 for the Sioux Center Warriors as we kick off the fourth quarter. 20-14 the score. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Ball for the Warriors spotted on their own 18-yard line as they face a 2nd down and about 8 to go here on their own 17, I should say. As the officials having a little conference here before we start off quarter number 4. Sioux Center moving from the right to the left in your mind's eye here in the fourth quarter. Oh, we've got that presentation still at the half. That's what we've got going on.
Always got to get them. We've done a lot of presentations tonight.
There have been, yeah. They really know how to do it down here at Open Space Park. And the official was just hurrying the presenters with the big check off the sideline and let the rest of the players get on the sideline here. We want to see some football. Take your photo ops on the track. 2nd down and 8. Wolof will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, single receiver to the left. Wolof takes the snap. Quick pass over the middle. Incomplete. And, here comes a flag from behind. Wow. And it's going to be a pass interference. I had thought the officials were going to let him play tonight. They've been letting him play all night. And, that is one of very few penalties tonight. I can't think of many.
There haven't been a whole lot of penalties. The officials, like I said, have been letting them play, and they've been keeping the flags in the pocket. But that time they deemed it a little bit too much contact as they will move it forward and be a spot foul, but it will be enough for a Sioux Center 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 27 of the Warriors, so 1st down for Sioux Center. Ball spotted on their own 27. Fresh set of downs with 11:57 left in regulation. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wolof in the shotgun, trip receivers right, a single to the left. Wolof calls it out, takes a snap, hands to Baumgars, sweep over the right side, and Baumgars cuts it back up the middle, breaks through some ankle tackles, fumbles the ball, and the Lions got it at the 47-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Baumgars was crushed by Kalen Meyer, fumbled the ball, and the Lions fell on it. I believe Metzger hopped on it.
Wow, man, he broke some tackles. He had about 15 yards before Kalen Meyer got behind him and popped that ball loose. And as you said, Metzger jumps on it. Big break there for the Lions. That was a big play for Sioux Center that went bad at the end.
1st down and 10 coming up for Central Lyon George Little Rock. And the Lions get their first turnover of the night. We'll see if they can make the Warriors pay, as the Warriors have twice to the Lions. 1st down and at 10 with the ball on the CLGLR 48. Postma from the shotgun, hands up the middle to Telford. Telford into Sioux Center territory, brought down at the 45 of the Warriors, and a nice 7 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, nice run there right up the middle. Good blocking right up front there, and Telford able to go through. And two of the three touchdowns for Sioux Center came off of turnovers. Hopefully the Lions can return the favor here and turn a turnover into some points.
2nd down, a long 3 or a short 4 coming up for the Lions here. The ball spotted just inside the 45 of Sioux Center. Postma takes a snap, quick pass, left side. Carter Krull in the flat, has the 1st down and more, has the sideline, and knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line of Sioux Center.
Yeah, about a 15-yard pass play there to Carter Krull. Just quick down the sidelines looking for the 1st down. He turned it into more.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 29 of Sioux Center. 11:10 left to play in regulation. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead here tonight. On 1st down and 10, Postma from the shotgun takes the snap, hands up the middle to Telford. Telford dancing through traffic inside the 25, trying to strip the ball out. Telford will keep both hands on it at the 24, where they'll rule him dead with forward progress. A 5-yard pickup on 1st down.
Nice run once again, though, dancing through there. But when he dances, then he explodes. And when he finds that opening, he goes for it. And 2nd down, and like I said, 4 or 5 on this carry out here. Lions are moving the ball down into the territory. They just got to finish the drive off.
Postma in the shotgun, twin receivers right, single to the left. Motion man left to right is Meyer. Postma takes a snap, hands. Telford cuts it back up the middle inside the 20. Fumbles after he was down. I believe the officials are going to call it a fumble, though. and they will. Sioux Center comes up with it at the 16-yard line of Sioux Center. Second fumble of the night for Telford, and Sioux Center comes up with the turnover.
Wow, and that's tough there because I think Telford, it was close. I thought he was down, but the officials say the ball came out early, and Sioux Center pounces on it. They'll take over, and tough break. The Lions inside the 20-yard line of Sioux Center looking like they were going to answer. And they turn it over to Sioux Center. Now the defense has got to come back onto the field and see what they can't do.
First down and 10 for Sioux Center as the Warriors will take over on their own 16. 10:21 left in the fourth quarter. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wolof will line up in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Wolof takes the snap, fakes the hand of the motion man. Quarterback keep up the middle, and he'll carry to about the 19-yard line, pick up a 3.
Just an easy run there by the quarterback to get some positive yards. And Sioux Center, you know, that's a good play there. After a lot of big swings of emotion like that, just to run a basic play up the middle, give it to your quarterback, and kind of slow things down for you and help yourself get set up.
Second down and 7 for Sioux Center, just across their own 19. Wolof will line up in the shotgun, trip receivers to the right, a single to the left, and up back stands to his right. As Wolof looks over the Lion defense, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Quick slant inside to the right, catch is made at the 25. Forward progress up to the 26 for Kammerman. He's going to be close to the first down. The officials will eyeball it, and they will say first down.
Well, no, they're going to say third down. They're not going to give it to him.
Me.
They're going to say just short here. And they're actually going to bring a measurement out here.
First time we've seen one of those tonight. Just shy of the 26-yard line. No, they will not measure. They will say first down. So first down and 10 for Sioux Center with the ball spotted just shy of their 26. 9:34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Clock on the move. A 6-point lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Wolof will line up in the shotgun, split receiver to the left and up back behind him. Wolof takes a snap. The hand will go to Baumgartz over the right side, and he'll be stood up after a pickup of 2 or 3 with forward progress.
Yeah, going to be about a 3-yard pickup there, just shy of the 30-yard line. Second down and long now, but some laundry on the field, and looks like in the area of a hold.
It is a hold against Sioux Center. The officials going to mark it back, it looks like from the 29-yard line. From the original line of scrimmage, from the 26 back to the 16. So now a first down and 20 coming up for Sioux Center from their own 16.
Well, the Lions got to take advantage of this one. First down and 20, you push them back a ways and make it a little bit tougher. But the Lions, they need to tackle well. That has been their fault here in the second half. A few times they have laid off a little bit and tried to arm tackle, and Sioux Center's been able to break some big plays.
Trip receivers left, single receiver to the right. Wolof from the shotgun, looking over the middle, under pressure, hit from behind, strip sack on the play, and who else coming through for the Lions but Dylan Winkle.
Oh, they're going to say that he was throwing the ball?
Wow.
There's no way he was throwing that ball.
Oh, my.
Oh, man, he nailed him.
Oh, wow.
You want to talk about a tuck rule?
Oh.
Wow. Oh, man, and the
Lions
officials are
came
hearing this
up
one.
with the recovery as well.
Wow, Dylan Winkle hit him from behind.
Inside the 10.
And Coach Eben is letting them have it. And every rightfully so, because that is a bad call.
Second down and 20 for Sioux Center. From their own 16, Lions will try to regroup. Wolof from the shotgun, dropping back to pass. Winkle coming through again, and the pass is incomplete over the middle, tipped by Metzger.
Sioux Center actually had the gall to ask for a penalty on that one.
Third down and 20 coming up for the Warriors. Ball spotted on their own 16. 8:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. 20-14 the lead for Sioux Center over Central Lyon George Little Rock, and the Lion defense needs to get off the field right here.
Absolutely. They need to play here. They need to play well. Keep everything in front of them. If you're a defensive back, you don't let anyone get behind you.
Third down and 20. Wolof in the shotgun formation, dropping back to pass. Quick pass, left side. Baumgartz in the flat, puts on the moves, but still well shy of the first down at the 24-yard line. And it will be a 4th down and 12 punting situation coming up for the Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors playing safe on that one and just getting it underneath, giving them a little bit more room, try and flip the field position. But tough break there for the Lions. And that was a strip sack all the way. And the Lions were looking at 1st and goal, and instead they'll get the ball here, or maybe just past midfield. We'll see what the Lions can do.
Ball is going to be spotted on the 24-yard line. Return men for the Lions back on their own 35. Looks like Wallach will line up on his own 11, ready to punt the ball away. So after the tough break, the Lions will manage to get the ball back here. Wallach gets the snap. It's a good snap and gets off a low line drive punt. Krull will take it at the 35, drops it, picks it up at the 30, and carries it to the 35. Reversing field, has some room here, gets a block of the 45 to the 50, to the 45 of Sioux Center, down to the 43 of the Warriors, and the Lions will start in Sioux Center territory with 7:58 left in the 4th quarter, down 6.
That was a really good punt, and it was a low line driving punt, went right through the hands of Carter Krull. He tried to catch it up above his head. And wisely goes down there, picks it up, and Sioux Center laid off the gas a little bit, and Carter gets through, picked up a few blocks. Good starting field position, Lion offense. They got to do something with it.
Ball will be spotted on the 45 of Sioux Center. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun. Hands up the middle to Telford, and Telford will dive forward for a couple yards up to the 43-yard line.
Telford is just one shoelace away again from having a big gainer on that one. He was trying to cut it up the field and gets tripped up right through the line of scrimmage. Sioux Center really good about that. If they see him coming, even if they're not going to get a full clean lick, they do a great job of at least making some kind of contact.
2nd down and 8 coming up for Central Lion George Little Rock. Postman in the shotgun on 2nd and 8, takes a snap, hands Telford up the middle, hit behind the line of scrimmage, leans forward to the line of scrimmage for no gain, and it will be a 3rd down and about 8 for the Lions. The ball right about the 48-yard line of Sioux Center. 7:13 left in the 4th quarter. Clock is on the move. Lions trail it by 6, 20-14.
Tough break here for the Lions. 3rd down and 8. You got to look maybe to Cooper Spees here and see if he can get that little pass play.
On 3rd down and 8 for the Lions from the 48 of Sioux Center, or the 43 of Sioux Center, I should say. Postma dropping back, lets one go down the right sideline, has Krull at the 20. Carter Krull with the catch down to the 18-yard line, and the Lions are in business in the red zone.
24-yard reception there to Carter Krull, and somehow on 3rd down and long, Carter Krull gets wide open once again.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. The ball spotted at the 18 of Sioux Center. 6:40 left in the 4th quarter. Clock on the move. A 20-14 lead for Sioux Center over Central Lion George Little Rock.
Can the Lions finish it here this time?
Postma in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, single to the left. Meyer in motion left to right. Postma takes the snap, hands to Telford. Right up the middle, carries the defender to the 15 for a tough 3 yards on 1st down.
Yep, Lions just go straight ahead with it. Good down blocking there by those linemen. 3 yards. If you do that all 4 plays, Jay, we know the secret to success there. And you know Coach Postma is in the ear of the offensive coordinator right now saying, let's just run behind my boys.
2nd down and 7 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 15 of Sioux Center. Postma from the shotgun with Meyer in motion right to left. Takes a snap, hands to Telford, left side, cuts it back up the middle with a spin move to about the 13-yard line. And we're looking at a 3rd down and about 5 coming up for the Lions here.
Yeah, tough break there, and that's something where we're obviously in 4-down territory. The heavy package is coming in here. Telford in the ball game, when he's spinning like that, he's got to make sure he hangs on to the football.
5:20 left in the 4th quarter. Clock continues to roll. 20-14. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lion George Little Rock. 3rd down and 5 for the Lions from the Sioux Center 13. Postma under center. Hands to Telford. Hit in the backfield. A loss of about 3 yards back to the 16-yard line. And now the Lions facing a 4th down and 7.
Yeah, they knew what was coming on that one, and they were ready for it. They timed it perfectly. I thought maybe the Lions would go for a hard count on that, but they don't.
Well, 4th down and 7. The ball spotted on the 16 of Sioux Center. 4:40 left to play in the 4th quarter. Clock continues to move. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball on the 16 of Sioux Center. Inside of 10 seconds left in the play clock, the Lions are going to be forced to burn their second timeout. Wow. Well, the Lions only with one timeout left now. 4:29 left in the 4th quarter. You're putting it on this play.
Well, you got to get the play right. So the timeout, as long as you put the play together, it's got to be the right call here.
4th down and about 7 coming up for Central Lyon George Little Rock. The ball on the 16-yard line of Sioux Center. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead over CLGLR here tonight. The final 2 unbeaten teams in District 1 Class 2A. Should Central Lyon George Little Rock pull off a win tonight, they will be crowned District 1 champions. If Sioux Center wins, they will still need work to do next week against Boyden Hull Rock Valley.
4th down and 8, though, Jay, and this is one of those things, you've got some options. Sioux Center is going to bring some pressure. You know that's coming. And, they know they're going to try and read on that screen pass. When we've gotten in these situations, we've actually had better luck throwing it deeper down the field, so you might even take a shot at the end zone and see if you can't find Carter Crawl open.
You've seen that little slant that Cooper Spees has been working all night, but I don't think that's going to get you enough for the first down. So here we go. Big play here. 4th down and 8 for the Lions. Ball on the 16 of Sioux Center. Postma from the shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Looking right side for Spees. Through his hands and a flag on the play. Lions got a pass interference. And the Lions, the officials return the favor for that pass interference called against the Lions earlier.
Easton Dubs came up there, made contact early. The ball was should have been caught. I mean, it hit Cooper in the hands, but the officials, like I said, returning the favor on that one as the contact came early, and the Lions are going to get a free first down.
Well, an officiating crew that's kept the flags in the pocket most of the night here tonight. Couple of pass interference penalties and a beyond questionable forward pass call on a strip sack inside the 10. So 1st down and goal for the Lions now. The ball spotted on the 7 of Sioux Center with 4:22 left in the 4th quarter. 20-14, Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Well, the Lions, here you go. You got 4 plays to score from the 8-yard line, Jay Kelly. You got to get it done. You got to lay this on the line here. You put it on your offensive linemen to do their job.
Our eye formation behind Postma. Meyer on a counter to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And a 2nd down and goal coming up.
There's that counter play inside there, and Sioux Center's just too strong up front. They're too strong at those defensive tackle spots to try and sneak someone by on that play. And hasn't worked. Kalen Meyer doesn't get anywhere. Might even lost a yard on the play.
2nd down, and it looks like it was a yard loss, so 2nd and goal. Ball spotted on the 9 of Sioux Center. Lions will return to the shotgun. Postma in the shotgun. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Postma takes the snap, hands to Telford, right side, cuts it back up the middle, inside the 5, pushes the defense down to the 1-yard line.
8-yard pickup there for Telford, and he's got to be your guy. He's got to be the one that you stick with. 3rd down, you got 2 shots to score from the 1-yard line, and Jay Kelly, we've said it all night long.
Yep.
It's on the O-line. Get
Hog
it done.
Mollies are coming in from the sidelines, power I formation. 3rd and goal from the 1 of Sioux Center. Postma under center, takes the snap. Flags, early movement here.
That's a tough break there for the Lions. You're going to get a false start on Central Lyon George Little Rock, push them back to the 6-yard line.
Tough break for the Lions there. They're going to say on Sioux Center. Wow.
Offsides. Wow, I thought the Lions moved early, but they'll say a neutral zone infraction. Now it's going to be 3rd and inches. I mean, you can't move it too much farther forward. And I don't know if you try and hand it off or you just let Colby bury the head and see if he can't push it in.
See what the Lions elect to do here. 3rd and goal inside the Sioux Center 1. Lions trail by 6. Postma under center, takes the snap, hands right up the middle to the fullback, and
well, they stood him up. There's no sign right now. They're going to say 4th down, no go.
Looked like it might have been Dorian Johnson on the carry, and the Warriors did
Addison
stand him up.
Metzger.
Oh, pardon me, it could have been Metzger, yeah.
4th and goal from the half-yard line.
Here it is. How bad do you want it? The tip of the ball is almost touching the goal line here. 2:35, the clock is moving. Left in the 4th quarter, 20-14, Lions trailing. Postma under center, power eye behind him. Hands left side, Carter Kroll into the end zone for the Lion touchdown with 2:23 left to play in the 4th quarter. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead.
This is a big extra point. We talked about it earlier in that 3rd quarter when they blocked the Sioux Center one, how that could be big. That could come back here. Lions an extra point away from taking the lead.
Point after attempt coming up, and it looks like doing the holding here on the point after attempt for the Lions will be Jacob Pileski.
Well, we saw Van Berkom go down with that head injury earlier in this half.
Kroll looking to kick the point after to give the Lions the lead, and it looks like Sioux Center jumped the gun here on the extra point attempt.
Well,
coming through for a block. 2:23 left in the 4th quarter. We're all knotted up at 20 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. The final 2 unbeatens in District 1 Class 2A. The Lions have just tied it up on a 1-yard touchdown run from Carter Kroll. Point after attempt coming up from Kroll following the Sioux Center penalty.
Oh, they'll take the encroachment on the kickoff, so that is an option. So 5 yards closer on the kickoff for the Lions, and they'll stay in this kicking formation.
Point after attempt coming up. Reeby with the snap, Pileski with the hold, Kroll with the kick. Snap is through the hands of Pileski into the hands of Kroll, and the Lions cannot get it off. All tied up at 20 apiece.
And that is part of it right there. Dylan Van Berkom, the normal holder, went down with an injury. Pileski threw his hands, couldn't get it down. And the Lions do not come up with the extra point. We are tied at 20.
Ensuing kickoff coming up with 2:23 left to play in the 4th quarter. All tied at 20 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center here tonight. The final 2 unbeatens in District 1 Class 2A. Both teams coming into the ballgame tonight with perfect 3-0 records in District 1 play. We're all tied at 20 apiece following a missed extra point from CLGLR. The snap went right through the hands of the holder, and the extra point was unable to get off. So now an extra 5 yards on the kickoff following the encroachment penalty on Sioux Center on the first extra point attempt. And Kroll will kick off from the 45-yard line with 2:23 left in the 4th quarter.
Tough break there for the Lions as they'll have to hopefully kick this through the end zone and then go on the defense.
Carter Kroll gives the ball the boot, and this will be a touchback through the end zone. 1st down and 10 for Sioux Center, and the Warriors will start on their own 20-yard line.
2:20 to go, though. Plenty of time for Sioux Center. We've seen their ability to go through the air, and the Lions got to play tough defense here. And the Lions, this is where it could come back to, Jay, is if you hold them on 3rd down, you only have 1 timeout left, and it might be something where if you got the ball back, you could use those timeouts. But nonetheless, you just got to come out here and get the stop.
Both of these teams have kickers as well. Field goal could come into play late. Woloff in the shotgun on 1st and 10 for Sioux Center. Takes the snap, hands to Baumgars, and hit in the backfield and dropped back at the 16-yard line for a loss of 4 on 1st down for the Warriors.
Lions were all over that one. They were ready to go and do a nice job of bringing Baumgars down. Clock is on the move. Sioux Center going to hurry up and try and get a play off.
2nd down and 14 for the Warriors from their own 16-yard line. Woloff in the shotgun formation. Baumgars behind him. Woloff takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks down the right side in the flat, has a man out of bounds at the 26-yard line. I'll make it the 25. It'll go for 9 yards, and a third down and probably about 6 coming up here for Sioux Center. 5 or 6 with the ball spotted on their own 25. Lion defense, you make a play here. The clock has stopped with 1:52 left.
Yeah, big third down here, and you got to think that Sioux Center is going to go to the air. You force that incomplete pass, you'll be able to save that timeout, but a big third down here for the Lions.
All tied up at 20 apiece. Third down and 5 for Sioux Center from their own 25. Empty backfield for the Warriors. Wolof in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls out to his left side immediately. Wolof throws it down the sideline, has a man, and it's incomplete. Carter Krull, the receiver got behind Krull. Krull was looking to catch up and got there just in time off of the hands of Dow Kamonthong. And a fourth down punting situation now for Sioux Center. 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. And the Lions looking to get the ball back here.
Yeah, the Lions could get the ball with some decent field position here. Good punter, though, is Wolof. Now, the Lions, one thing they do got to worry about here is 4th and 5. You cannot lose on a hard count. Do not let them beat you on a hard count here.
Sioux Center taking their time in the huddle here on 4th and 5. They're going to call a timeout. Sioux Center does have 3 timeouts to use. So an interesting call here to call a timeout by Sioux Center as the clock continues to move with 1:35, 1:34, 1:33. So about 10 seconds taken off of the clock after the timeout was called.
Well, and do you discuss kicking it away from the return man, not giving the Lions a chance to return and try and kick it out of bounds? Now, the hard part about kicking out of bounds is in high school, punters aren't that good. And they're not made to be able to spot kick the football. And when they try to kick away from guys, sometimes it goes off the side of their foot. And a short punt would be just as good as a return for the Lions.
4th down and 5 for Sioux Center. We'll see what they elect to do after they call timeout. Official asking for the game clock to be reset to 1:38.
Well, and the clock shouldn't have been running anyway on the incompletion.
All tied up at 20 apiece, 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Sioux Center looking to punt here on 4th and 5 from their own 25. Wolof will camp out on his own 12. Wolof gets a good snap and gets off the punt. It's a high end-over-end kick fielded by the Lions at the 35-yard line, and coming up with it for Central Lion George Little Rock on the return is Taylor Putnam into Sioux Center territory.
We saw earlier, Cooper Spees get a little dinged up there, and now Putnam back in there. Putnam, a JV running back, being asked to jump into the ball game, and he's done a really nice job back there. Lions right at midfield. Like you said, Jay, we've got a kicker. We just got to get in position.
First down and 10 coming up for Central Lion George Little Rock on the 49 of Sioux Center. 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Lions with a timeout to their credit. Postma from the shotgun. Quick pass, left side. Catch is made at the 42 by Skidmore, and the clock will continue to run. Second down and about 2 coming up. Ball spotted on the 42 of Sioux Center. Postma under center on second down will just spike the ball. Third down coming up.
Lions trying to hold on to that timeout. They've only got 1 left, so they're going to go for trying to move the ball into a position and spike it there to try and save it. That way they can still throw over the middle of the field if they need to, and use a timeout just in case they would take a sack, or like I said, you go down in midfield, you can still call timeout and get set up for your field goal.
1:11 left on the clock. Third down and 2 coming up for the Lions from the 42 of Sioux Center. Postma from the shotgun. Hand right side. Telford has the first down. Flag on the play, though.
Flag on the play.
In the area of a hold.
Well, it was right at the running back. You know, you might even see a face mask here. And no, they will call holding.
Holding on Central Lion George Little Rock. So the official going to mark it back here from the, looks like the 38-yard line, 37 even is, they'll walk it off from the 38.
Well, like you said, Jay, for 3 quarters here, the officials have kept those flags in their pocket, and they're making a point to use them here in this fourth quarter. And we've seen a lot of laundry on the field. Lions third down and long now.
3rd and 9 from the 48 of Sioux Center. Postma from the shotgun under pressure, airs it out down the right sideline. Jump ball for Krull. He's got it.
He had it.
Carter Krull in triple coverage at the 21. Looked to have it, just did not come down with it. Wow, what a catch that would have been.
That would have put him in field goal range, and instead the clock stops with 54 seconds left, and the Lions will be forced to punt this one away.
So a key holding penalty on what would have been a first down run by Telford. And now Van Berkom in to punt on 4th and 9, back on his own 38, and we got all kinds of early movement.
Now who went first, though? Did Sioux Center come across and draw the movement? And it looks like they're going to go false start.
Well, either way, you're going to be punting irregardless here. It wouldn't be enough for a first down.
Well, might move it a little closer. And I do believe they're going to call false start, as there was no contact with the lineman before he jumped.
Official will mark it back to the 46 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 4th down and about 15 now, so Van Berkom's punt will be moved back. Van Berkom will stand on his own 34-yard line.
And false start again.
I don't know if Sioux Center might have came over that time.
I don't know. I think the guard might have bobbed his head. And they'll call encroachment. Sioux Center's trying to come after it.
Yeah, they're looking for it.
They want the block here.
Back to a 4th and 10, and Van Berkom back on his own 39 now.
And now we've got a clock stoppage here. Official running in, the back judge, and are they going to call a different spot of the ball here? Because we were 4th and 9, and now we went back 5, forward 5, and we're at 4th and 10. So there's going to be discussion here amongst the officials.
There is 39 seconds left on the clock. I wonder if they want the game clock.
Well, and I think that might be the call, because it should be 50 seconds, because the incomplete pass, the clock should not run.
So 50 seconds put back on the clock here in quarter number 4. All tied at 20 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. 4th and 10 for the Lions. Van Berkom on to punt, back on his own 39. As we await the snap, good snap, and Van Berkom gets off the punt, and it will take a hop at the 15 and drop dead. Nice punt by Caden Van Berkom. Be down by the Lions at the 14 of Sioux Center. 43 seconds left, and you wonder if the Warriors will eat it and play for overtime here.
Well, and they've got all 3 of their timeouts. They do. Well, they've got two timeouts, because they did burn one on that 1 4th down. But like you said, do you take a shot, or try and throw underneath, try a screen pass? If you bust one and get close, then you take a few more shots. Or like you said, do you run it and hopefully you can go into overtime?
First down and 10 for Sioux Center. The ball spotted just inside their 15. 43 seconds left in regulation, all tied at 20 apiece. Wolof in the shotgun, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, under pressure with the screen, throws it up for grabs, and nearly.
That could be offensive pass interference. I mean, the Lions, Kalen Meyer was coming up to look at the pick, and Baumgars just knocked him to the ground.
So a 2nd down and 10 coming up now for Sioux Center with the ball inside their own 15. 37 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And you have to think at some point the Warriors are going to try and run the ball here and run the clock.
That, like I said, there's that screen pass you try and break and see if you shouldn't take a shot. But now maybe you just kind of eat it.
Wolof from the shotgun on 2nd and 10 takes a snap. The hand of Baumgars right up the middle. Baumgars breaks it out right side across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. And a 3rd down and about 3 coming up for the Warriors. Warriors in no hurry to stop the clock with 25 seconds and counting left here in the 4th quarter.
Now they will be able to take this all the way out, and it looks like we are headed to overtime.
All tied at 20 apiece. Warriors will take the line of scrimmage here on 3rd down and 3. 5 seconds left. Wolof in the shotgun, and the Lions have too many men on the field. So the flag is going to throw a free play for Sioux Center. They're going to toss it downfield, and it's incomplete.
But like you said, too many men on the field. It'll be a 1st down, and Sioux Center will get a free play here as there was no time on the clock.
Cole Hugedorn came up looking for the pick there and knocked over the Sioux Center receiver, who is down. Looks like he's cramped up over on the sidelines here. Lions calling for the trainer to get down to that side, but looks like they're just stretching out some cramps, hopefully, on the Sioux Center receiver. But Wallach, with great peace of mind there, he told the guys, go long. We got a free play.
Yeah, he was ready for it. He knew it. I mean, that's smart on your quarterback spot. He knew that he had the penalty in his pocket. You might as well heave it deep here, and they're going to do it again. You got a free play.
Yep, no time left on the clock.
Hail Mary, and even if we intercept it, that's a long return.
Right.
And that would be a miracle here, but we'll see what they decide to do.
First down and 10 for Sioux Center. One untimed down here. And should neither team score, we will be going to overtime. No time left on the clock, all tied at 20 apiece here tonight.
Well, the Lions will come out in their prevent here, and
Sioux Center going to call a timeout.
Well, they're looking for that play, and, in the same aspect, in an untimed down, if there's another defensive penalty, the Lions would have to play again. So, if you throw it and we get a 15-yard pass interference call, you'll have to come back and try another untimed down.
So barring a big play here, we're going to be heading to overtime most likely, unless Sioux Center able to convert a 74-yard play. Here with no time left on the clock. We're all tied at 20 apiece. Central Lyon George Little Rock scoring with 2:23 left in the ball game, and the point after attempt was no good, not even a chance to get off as the snap went through the holder's hands, and no good. So all tied at 20 apiece here tonight, and could be destined for overtime. One more play with no time left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Wallach will line up the Warriors in the shotgun formation. Trip receivers left, a single receiver to the right. Up back standing to his right, the Lions with everybody deep. They'll rush four. Wallach dropping back to pass. Under pressure, Wallach breaks it out. Running up towards midfield, and he'll be brought down at the 46-yard line. And that will bring us to the overtime session here tonight. Open Space Park in Sioux Center, all tied up at 20 at the end of regulation here tonight. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center, we're going to overtime to decide this battle of District 1 Class 2A unbeatens here tonight. We ready for overtime, Joel?
Well, we haven't. I don't know when was the last time we were in overtime. This has been a while.
I want to say maybe the Esterville Lincoln Central game years ago.
Oh, well, there might have been one in there somewhere else, but that was the most memorable one for
Certainly.
sure.
I can't remember an overtime since then.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been in overtime, and we'll have to go to the coin flip to see who decides they're going to play defense first.
Yes, captains will meet at midfield. Captains for Sioux Center and CLGLR meeting up at midfield for the coin toss here. All tied at 20 apiece. Each team will get a crack at it. 4 downs from the 20-yard line on in. Officials explaining the coin to the captains at midfield here.
It's been quite the game so far.
I tell you, it's been something. Sioux Center with a missed extra point. Thought that maybe that would come back to haunt them as Winkle was able to block the extra point. However, the Lions returned the favor with a snap that went through the hands of the holder and missed their extra point late in the fourth quarter, pushing us into overtime here tonight. Flags have been flying late in this game, questionable calls on both sides, and I tell you what, an officiating crew that kept their flags in their pockets for 3 quarters, certainly you could tell they're feeling the pressure as well.
Yeah, they were sitting there, and they were letting both teams play, and we're going to let them decide it on the field. And then, like you said, it got tight here at the end, and they felt they needed to step up and start making some calls.
Looks like Sioux Center has won the toss. And the Warriors will play defense first. They will defend the goal to the south.
And the Lions.
So the Lion offense will get first crack, moving the left to the right in your mind's eye. They will start at the
25, I do believe. Or do you start at the? Or do we start at the 10 in
I
high
believe
school?
you get 10-yard line,
It's been
4
too
downs.
long.
Yes, I know. It's been quite some time.
It's been too long. But yeah, so it looks like we will start at the 10-yard line here in overtime.
And the officials will indeed spot it on the 10-yard line. So 4 opportunities from the 10. You'll get a first down and goal. Each team gets a first down and goal. And
we'll see how this plays out here. Obviously, the goal is to score touchdowns, but the Lions do have a kicker. But we've seen what happened there on the last kick with Poletsky. So that's not a for sure thing, but, the Lions will have that in their pocket. So ultimately, you want that touchdown.
first down and goal. Central Lyon George Little Rock will get first crack offensively. We're in overtime tonight, folks, for the District 1 championship. District 1 Class 2A. Central Lyon George Little Rock comes away with a win here tonight. They are the District 1 champions. Sioux Center comes away with a win. They still need to take care of business against Boyden Hall Rock Valley next week. First down for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun. Up back behind him is Telford. Postma calls it out, takes a snap, hands to Telford, right side. Telford to about the 8-yard line, gets bent over backwards. Looks like he's okay. And second down and goal coming up from the Sioux Center 8.
Yeah, just inside the 8-yard line here. The Lions will set up once again. And I like the call to stick with Cole Telford. He's the guy that you want to run the ball. If you want the ball in anyone's hands at this moment in time, Cole Telford, he's your guy.
And I tell you what, the offensive line, your running game, that's been what's making the most sense here for the offense so far here tonight. Second and goal from the 8 of Sioux Center. Postma from the shotgun, pitches out Telford left side. Telford looking for the corner of the end zone. He's in for the Lions score. Touchdown Lions here in the first overtime. Cole Telford from 8 yards out, and the Lions draw first blood.
Well, and now the extra point, that all-important extra point coming on here now. And, well, you've done it. You've answered it on the offensive side. And now Sioux Center knows what they need to do. That is why you play defense first. And Poletsky is in the game. He will be on to be the holder.
Reby will do the snapping, Poletsky the holding, and Krull the kicking. Definitely watch for Sioux Center to jump off sides here on this extra point attempt. Snap from Reby, a little low. Poletsky gets it down. Krull boots it up, and it's no good. So the Lions miss the extra point, 26-20. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead, and the defense needs to keep Sioux Center out of the end zone.
Well, your defense, you know what's coming. They're going to do 4 downs to score a touchdown. And your D, you know what you got to do, and you keep them out of the end zone. That is your number one goal. And if you're Sioux Center, Baumgars has got to be the guy you're talking
Absolutely.
to. Baumgars
Absolutely.
has been the guy all night. So if you're Sioux Center coming down here, you got to put it on his shoulders.
And if you're Central Lyon George Little Rock, and not saying you can cheat, but if you're going to cheat, Matthew Baumgars is certainly somebody you want to be spying. Number 9 there in the backfield for Sioux Center. 26-20, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead here in the overtime session. Central Lyon George Little Rock scoring on their second play of overtime, an 8-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford. Point after was no good. 26-20, the Lions with the lead. Sioux Center needs a touchdown to tie and an extra point to win. Wallach will line up in the shotgun for the Warriors. Twin receivers to the right, Baumgars behind him. Wallach takes the snap, fakes the hand to Baumgars, rolls out right side, pass in the flat is caught, and down at the 5, make it the 4, the 3-yard line. Flag, late flag in on the play, and I believe
you might have a block in the back.
I think your runner was helped by the offensive lineman. He threw him down to the 3-yard line, so I think that's going to go against Sioux Center.
You're going to have aiding the runner or a block in the back?
Let's see the official call here.
Oh, blindside block, 15 yards.
Wow.
That is a big one. Baumgars got it down to the 3-yard line.
Oofta. And a blindside block back to the 21 now for Sioux Center. So first down and goal for Sioux Center from the 21 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 26-20, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead here in the overtime session. The Lions have scored on their offensive possession. However, they missed the extra point. Sioux Center with their first opportunity offensively. First down and goal from the 21 following the penalty. Wallach in the shot. We got a timeout on the field here. It looks like
Coach Even.
Central Lyon George Little Rock going to call a timeout.
Coach Even wants to call timeout. Now, the good news is you got the penalty. You're going to push them back out there. They got to go 21 yards for the touchdown now. The bad news is that is more area for the Lion defense to try and cover.
Right.
And essentially the way that Sioux Center has thrown the ball, they might enjoy a little extra room out there. Overtime here to decide the district title, Jay Kelly, and you can't ask for a whole lot more out of either one of these teams. It has been quite the battle.
Well, the players are definitely leaving it out on the field for both sides here tonight. 26-20, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead. We're in the first overtime session here tonight. Lions scored on their second play from scrimmage of overtime, an 8-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford. Sioux Center now with first and goal on their first offensive possession of overtime. On the first play, Sioux Center with a block from behind. So now first and goal for the Warriors from the 21 of CLGLR. Wallach will line up in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap, straight back to pass. Wallach looking down the middle of the field, has all kinds of time. Scrambles out to the right, and Wallach will be brought down at about the 17-yard line of CLGLR.
That's great coverage downfield by the Lions, and Wallach had all sorts of time, but nobody to throw it to, nowhere to go. He tucks it, gets 4 positive yards. But a nice job there by the Lion defense to be all over those wideouts and play ready here. Second down coming.
Ball spotted on the 17 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Wallach will line up in the shotgun. Baumgart stands to his right. Twin receiver, make that trips to the left, single to the right. Wallach will hand to Baumgart's breaking out the left side, trying to cut around the left end, breaks through one, breaks through two, and gets tackled from behind. Late flag, a flag coming in from the side.
I think you're going to get a hold on Sioux Center back at the 15-yard line.
And the Lions are clapping. It's going to be a block in the back on Sioux Center.
We had him, and we made him cut up the field with our linebacker. And when our linebacker went for the tackle, he got pushed from behind. So the Lions will push him back 10 more. It'll be second and goal now from the 25. And Sioux Center's got the downs. They're just going the wrong direction.
Second down and goal for Sioux Center, as Joel said, from the 25 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 26-20, Lions lead here in the first overtime. Second and goal for Sioux Center from the Lion 25. Wallach in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls out to the right, looking downfield, has a man over the middle, and short hops him, incomplete. Third down and goal coming up for the Warriors.
Lion defense doing a good job in coverage there. I think they wanted to throw to the tailback in the flat once again, but the Lions were right all over that one. They knew what was coming, and Wallach just throws it low, and that's where he had to throw it because the Lion defense was there, and you had to put it where only your receiver could catch it.
Third down and goal for Sioux Center. 26-20. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on Sioux Center. Overtime here tonight. Sioux Center with 2 downs left to score. Third and goal from the Lion 25. Wallach in the shotgun. Wallach calls it out, takes the snap, rolls out to the right side. Under pressure, Wallach throws, and the catch.
Nice
Beautiful catch.
Wow, what a catch.
The 15-yard line. Eli Hibma with a fantastic catch, keeping the feet in bounds. And Sioux Center will have fourth and goal from the 15 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. It's going to come down to one play here tonight. One play, Sioux Center will tie it up with a touchdown, or the Lions will hold and win. Wallach in the shotgun, twins to each side. Baumgart's behind him, and the Warriors going to call another timeout. Sioux Center will take their timeout. 26-20. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on Sioux Center here tonight in overtime. Sioux Center facing a 4th and goal from the 15 of CLGLR.
Now you almost got to build a wall at the goal line, right, Jay Kelly? You're not going to let any pass go into the end zone. If they're going to complete a pass, it's going to have to be underneath, and then the Lions are going to have to come up and make the tackle. You'll allow that 5-yard dump pass here, but you got to make the tackle. So that's going to be the deal. You're going to build your wall at the goal line because there's no other option. They've got to score.
The X factor for the Lions here, should Sioux Center score, they can win it with an extra point, as the Lion extra point was no good.
Well, it's been the defense all night long, Jay Kelly, and here you're putting it on the defense again. And the offense struggled here tonight, and the defense kept them in it. And you got to be proud of these guys' effort here so far to come back in the second half, and now here they sit with a chance to win it.
4th down and goal for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on the 15 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. One play to decide it. 26-20 Lions lead. Warriors looking to tie it. Wallach takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws deep left corner of the end zone. Tipped and incomplete. Central Lyon George Little Rock is your District 1 2A champions. 26-20 winners on the road in Sioux Center tonight.
What a comeback. You come back after playing a terrible first half. You come back, you tie it up late, go into overtime, and you get it done from a team that the mentality has not been there. Winning big games is not CLGLR territory the last few years, Jay Kelly, and it don't get much bigger than that. That is a huge win for these kids, and they are excited about it, and that's what you need.
Boy, you talk about performing under pressure, spotting the other team, a 14-point lead, coming back, and then facing overtime. On the road, nonetheless, with all of the naysayers that have given it to you over the first 4 games of the season. This is a ball club that started 0-4 on the year. This ball club is now 4-4 on the year, and this ball club is the District 1 2A champions. How about that? Central Lyon George Little Rock, the Lions hang with it, and the Lions are going to be playoff bound here in 2019 after an 0-4 start to the season. This team shut out all the outside noise. The Sunshine Patriots, as former coach Toby Lorenzen loved to call them, they'll be out in droves now because we're coming back to Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids next week to play Sheldon.
We've got Sheldon on the docket, but the Lions will be the district champions. They have earned a playoff berth. And Jay Kelly, it has been a while since we've said that. And what a feather in the cap for this class here, the seniors and the juniors. And like you said, you could have shut it down after the first 4 games, but these guys put it together and did what they had to do.
For those of you that voiced your displeasure on social media or wherever you voiced your displeasure with the 0-4 start, during the 0-4 start for this team, the bandwagon's wide open. Feel free to come on back. Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids next week, as the Lions will host Sheldon in the regular season finale, but the Lions will be playoff-bound champions of District 1 Class 2A for the 2019 season. A perfect 4-0 in district play now, 4-4 on the 2019 season. Stay tuned, folks. We'll have our wrap when we return from Open Space Park in Sioux Center. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company, PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, 26-20, your final tonight. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the win over Sioux Center on the road in overtime tonight. The Lions 4-0 and winners of District 1 Class 2A this season. Should the Lions fall to Sheldon next week in the regular season finale, they would still have the tie breaks over Sioux Center and Boyden Hull Rock Valley, who face each other next week. For the Sioux Center Warrior team, the playoffs not totally out of the picture for Sioux Center if they're able to get a win over Boyden Hull Rock Valley next week.
Yeah, they absolutely need to win next week to have any kind of chance. They were number 14 in the RPI coming into this week. They will obviously drop after this week a little bit, but a win next week, maybe they can get up there. They take the 9 district champions is how it goes. There's 9 districts. They'll take the 9 district champions. They are automatically in, and they will take those guys, and then they take the next 7 top RPI getters. And Sioux Center, this hurt for them tonight, and it really hurt their chances, but they've got some good wins in their back pocket. They have beat Spirit Lake. If they can beat Boyden Hull Rock Valley, you know, they've got their chances, but that's the one thing that Sioux Center's got to do. They must win now to have a chance.
Central Lyon George Little Rock does not need to worry about playing the computer game this year, as the Lions are district champions. After many years, the Lions are back on top, and boy, does it feel good to say that. 26-20 winners in overtime here tonight over Sioux Center. The Lions improved to 500 on the season, 4-4, and a perfect 4-0 in district play. That will do it for our coverage tonight. Don't forget, next Friday night, Lions in their regular season finale, hosting Sheldon at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. Reminder, students and parents, last day of the first quarter is on Monday. Coming up next week on Thursday, cross-country state qualifying meet. That will be hosted by Unity Christian at Landsmere Golf Course. A great course down there in Orange City, so certainly a very good course we're running for the cross-country state qualifying meet next Thursday, October the 24th. That will do it for our coverage from Sioux Center tonight. Once again, Central Lyon George Little Rock taking home the District 1 2A championship here tonight. 26-20 winners over Sioux Center in overtime. For Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. That will do it. Thank you for tuning in, and good night, everybody.